And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Welcome again to the Variety Shift. I am Sean Temple, also known on the PlayStation Network as Sin Trophy Hunter.
And I am the ArtificialDragon, otherwise known as Isaac Zellman. In real life, I'm a YouTuber, and you.
My name's Gavin.
Welcome back, Gavin.
Thank you. I'm still getting over being sick over the weekend. That was fun.
You were sick?
I was really sick over the weekend. I'm fine now.
So you wasn't out of world sick? No? Okay.
Is that really? We've only gone for a couple seconds. You already got one in there.
Yeah, because I mean, if I had outer worlds like you do, dude, then I would be calling in.
Well, yeah, no, I missed the last two podcasts. Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't do
two partners. It was one podcast.
Yeah. The first one that we didn't do, the one that wasn't done that week, was legitimately because Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
And I figured...
I just thought that extended.
Yeah. And then the second one, I legitimately did have to stay later, and I don't want to delay the podcast anymore.
That's what Isaac said.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you guys go ahead and do it. I'm fucking stuck here. You know?
And I think you had a couple of stories you wanted to talk about on the podcast.
If I did, I don't fucking remember them. My memory resets.
All right, that was the podcast. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, we're just going to end it a minute early.
And then this week, the reason I didn't want to do it tomorrow is because Death Stranding releases, and I know you pre-ordered it.
Yep.
I pre-ordered it.
Mine's supposed to be here.
What do you mean?
According to the delivery thingy, it's been out 3 days, and it should be here today.
Oh, maybe you'll get it after the podcast is over.
I have to pick mine up from GameStop.
I'll be sleeping.
Yeah. I have to pick up mine from GameStop tomorrow. Which is why I'm like, I want to do a podcast tomorrow. Let's do it today.
Oh, you lucky motherfuckers. I wish I had a PS4 right now.
Since we're on the topic, or since I mentioned you guys doing one last week.
Yep.
Without me. I don't like Bethesda.
Yep.
Okay.
Aww.
Yep.
No,
I was talking to Sean about the subscription thing for Fallout 76.
That's what killed Bethesda for me.
Yeah.
With Fallout 76, I had faith they were coming back from it. I had faith they were like, oh, they're going to fix it and be like, sorry. And then they're like, here's a $100 subscription fee. You can pay $13 a month if you want instead, but here's a subscription fee. Here's all these features that when we said we were adding them, we made it sound like it was going to be free. And so it's just... That's what killed it for me and a lot of other people.
Yep.
So you don't think it's going to go like Elder Scrolls Online, where that was a subscription as well, and people hated it.
They're doing the backwards thing now, because ESO originally released $60 plus a $15 mandatory subscription.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's $76, $60 game, optional subscription fee, which isn't bad, but it still fucking sucks.
ESO Plus actually takes care of that.
ESO Plus, that's worth it though. With all the content you get with it, all the DLC and all the crowns and stuff, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Fallout first, in its current state right now, not fucking worth it. You get a ranger outfit, which is half fucking cocked. That looks horrible.
Yeah.
You get the scrap stash, which should have been in the base game to start with. You get the private worlds, which... I'm not going to say it should have been the base game to begin with, because MMOs like that, which I'm counting it as an MMO because it kind of plays like one.
Yeah.
Those don't normally have private worlds.
So what is it actually labelled as if it's not an MMO?
I'm not sure. I'm just going to say it's an RPG, just open world RPG.
Hmm.
But I don't want to say MMO because it's really not. MMOs have a certain feel to them that Fallout 76 doesn't, because it's a Fallout Online.
It was a concept idea, wasn't it, really?
Yeah. Next one was the Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yep. I mentioned that one.
Bethesda is publishing it.
Yep.
I have absolutely no faith in it. Anything after 76, I have no faith in. Starfield, no. Elder Scrolls 6, fucking gave up on it. I have a hard time playing Bethesda games now. The only reason I'm playing Skyrim right now, I don't know if you've seen me on Steam playing it.
No.
But the only reason I'm playing that is just because I haven't modded to high hell.
Yeah.
So it's like a different game.
It's not even a game.
Yeah, it's not even a game at that point.
It's just like a walkthrough.
You know, I actually wrote it down. Sean saying I still like Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes, you did.
said that last podcast. You're like, Gavin likes Bethesda. He doesn't like Fallout 76, which...
Well, you did like Bethesda.
I did like Bethesda. And then, but since I was last on the podcast, they released the Fallout first. And I don't think I got with you on my feelings about that.
Yeah. No.
I was a little ashamed in you for not correcting him. Because I did tell you.
Yes, you did. And
I had
I was
a
like,
whole fucking
I don't
rant
know.
about it.
It's like one of those moments, like, you tell me something, then Sean tells me something. I'm like, am I correct?
Yeah. But, I mean, Ghostwire... I think they're trying to cash in on the single-player hype that's suddenly sprung up again.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, and don't get me, I love the fact more single-player games are coming out.
Yeah.
It's astonishing how many are coming out as of late, with Fallen Order next week. You
Yep.
know? Next week.
Are you getting that?
Fallen Order?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
I was telling my wife about it. And
Are
she
you
goes,
getting it?
well, you want to get different games and stuff. Do you think you should get... This is my wife, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you think you should get other new games because when you got Borderlands 3 it didn't work out very well because you're not very popular on the Switch? But it's true.
Wow.
It's true though. It
That is a
backfired
burn.
big time, and we learnt a big lesson on that because that cost us $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got this. You got the special edition.
Yeah, we got the Super Deluxe.
Oh, man. Man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure it was. That was a steelbook one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my brother has that, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but man, I don't know if it's $100 cool.
It's definitely not worth $100.
No.
In my
It's
opinion, it might be to other people, especially fanboys and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love Borderlands, but I mean, I still wouldn't buy that.
I like the way it plays, so it's a good game still.
Oh yeah, no, Borderlands 3 is great. I just don't think the steelbook edition should have been $100. That's my only gripe with it.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they monetize stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did it with Halo 3 with that steel cover that they had, the big ass thing.
Yep.
But I enjoyed that one. So
Yeah.
But you also got those Death Stranding, like you said, coming out soon.
does that have a?
It has a collector's edition, and no one could pre-order it at the time.
Because it's super expensive, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like $500.
Yeah, because you got
Holy
like a real,
shit.
you got something with it. It was like, wasn't it like a statue?
Yeah. There's an awful lot of stuff with it. It's like, oh crap, but $500.
Yeah. Speaking of Death Stranding, Norman Reedus is
Yep.
the guy name you were looking for,
Okay.
not Sean Bean.
Yeah,
what do you
The
think?
guy who plays the protagonist.
Yeah,
No, I was
the
thinking
guy
of,
you play as.
There's actually.
I was watching a trailer, and it has that British guy in the beginning, who's carrying the baby, and then he passes on to the main
That's
character.
not Sean Bean.
Okay.
That's,
Apparently, Sean Bean's not in it at all.
Mm-mm.
I've-
Guillermo del Toro's in it though, which is mind-boggling that he's in a game.
Really? He's in it?
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro's the bigger guy in a suit
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
holding the baby at one point. Is like,
Okay.
speaking of which, how do you think Death Stranding's gonna be? What do you think it's about at this point? Because
You know what? I don't know. I do know that Hakoon, he tweeted this morning that he tweeted not yesterday, day before yesterday, I think, that he finished it because he was given the game by Kojima Productions as a gift.
so it was legit then.
Oh yeah, it was 100% legit.
Because I remember we were talking about that on
Yeah, on the very first podcast.
second one. No,
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, it was the
First
very
one.
first podcast.
And he was, he couldn't sync the trophies yesterday or anything like that because of reasons. He couldn't do a preview or anything about it because of reasons.
Yep.
Well, this morning he retweeted that he had got a little video of doing the last thing, and then the trophy popped, and then the platinum popped. So there's proof that he's done it.
That's insane.
He gives it a 3 out of 10 difficulty, so it's not a hard game.
Okay.
Apparently there is no missable trophies. That's good for me.
Really missable? How? Like they're just kind of all in order and you get them as you go, or like
No.
missable as in you could very easily fuck it up.
Yeah, no, you could easily fuck it up.
Okay.
That's kind of what a class missable trophy is. You would have to replay it to try and get it.
Oh, I was thinking of like bug trophies too.
Oh, no. Bug trophy's a bug trophy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was thinking of that for some reason.
I was
don't know
also
why.
thinking of, when you're playing a certain level, the achievement is picking up this random object or something, and you get an achievement for that.
like in Half-Life 2 when you have to carry a gnome through the entire game.
Something similar to
But
that.
there is actually a trophy for delivering
Ah,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, because
So-
that's kind of what the main character does.
It's like a courier.
Yeah, he's like a
Postman.
post.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a Rick and Morty
I
trailer
already
for
posted it on
Death
my
Stranding.
Instagram. That's probably where you saw it. I know
Yeah.
Sean saw it because he liked it.
Yeah. Like, they were looking at the baby. What is the baby? Is he supposed to be an upgrade? Is he supposed to be a power source? Let's eat the baby.
Yeah, let's eat the baby.
Yeah. There's so much mystery behind it, but it took him 200 hours to do it.
Holy shit, he has a lot of free time.
That's what he does.
That's fair.
That's a lot of
You know, he's like probably sponsored by X amount and given lots of royalties and stuff like that.
Money.
And he's in the Guinness Book of Records. Do you need to work?
No.
No.
That's fair. I like how Troy Baker's in Death Stranding, which as what looks like the main villain.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. Troy Baker doesn't have that villain face.
No.
He just kind of looks like a baby faced like bad guy trying to be bad.
Who does Troy Baker voice act as?
Joel, Last of Us.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So technically he is already a villain.
Have you played Last of Us?
Yes. I remember well, okay, I've never played it. I've watched, in all fairness, I've watched Let's Plays because I don't have a PS4.
Just 1 second. You think he played a villain in Last of Us?
Like in the ending, spoiler alert for Last of Us.
Man, if they haven't played it by now, they don't fucking deserve to.
Yeah, whatever.
But having said that, though, Gavin, it has just come out PlayStation Plus last month for free. So a lot of people haven't played it.
Yeah, because my friend just got it for the first time, and he's texting me as he goes through it, and I love reliving it through him, like all his like amazement and shit. And I'm like, all right. So that's fair. I guess.
So anyway, in the ending. Where he takes the other main character, Ellie, was it?
Ellie,
yeah. To the Firefly facility because apparently she has the cure to the infection or whatever. And the leader of the Fireflies tells Joe that they need to cut into her brain to give a brain tissue and whatnot. And Joe, being the smart guy, figures out that she's going to die. And he does the selfish act and goes to rescue her, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
To me, that is the best part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, yeah, yeah.
I really didn't enjoy the game as much as people hyped. And I didn't get attached to the characters like people said you would. And I was also told by a couple of people that Joe dies. And I'm like, oh shit, so I'm waiting.
Oh, you're waiting.
Then you get into that winter scene where he's a little bit buggered up after falling from the
and getting impaled
balcony. Yeah. And Ellie going out and trying to save his life and stuff. That I thought, okay, this is when you're going to die. And he didn't. And I was like, when's he going to die?
Playing as Ellie was most infuriating shit to me for some reason. Because she dies in one hit.
Oh, in all fairness, she's a little girl.
I know, but it pissed me off. I'm like, great, challenge.
Why were you expecting her to be friggin' Batman?
Batwoman.
Okay.
I think that in
Bat person,
Part 2, she's going to be very difficult to kill.
Yeah. Old Joel looks weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen some of the trailers, but just ones where she's kicking ass.
It got delayed.
She's tied up and stuff. Yeah, it got delayed. Yeah. Oops.
Shit, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, no. Piggybacking off you didn't get into the characters. When I started the game, I fucking hated having Ellie with me. I'm like, oh my god, she's so annoying. And by the end, the Firefly stuff that happened, I'm like, no, don't take her from me.
But yeah,
that's part of the story.
And that was the first time I actually got
into
that was the first time character development actually grabbed me.
Yeah.
Because before that, I'm like, oh fuck, he died. That's really a bummer.
Yeah.
I guess. But no, they're like, we're Joel's like, oh, Ellie's gonna die, and I'm like, save her.
Yep.
So like, I'm technically on Joel's side, so I don't see him as a bad guy, even though overall
he basically fucked over humanity.
He's not though. The thing is, right at the beginning of the game, his daughter gets killed by a soldier. He begs not to kill her; they're not infected and that.
Yeah.
She gets shot right in front of him. Now you're going to hate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He was
so you're not going to care, are you? Really?
Yeah. He was a mean fucker at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
he really was.
Well, he was a survivalist. That's what he was when he was in that camp with the lady. And all the bombs were going off, and you start hearing about the Fireflies and stuff, and that they break out, and then they go through that secret passage, get their gear, and then they go exploring and shit. that is survival instinct, and it's like you don't care about anybody else because no one cares about you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's the feeling I got from him, and I was like, well, I don't care about him either.
I didn't like Tess.
No.
Cause and then she ended up fucking dying like at the beginning of the game. I'm like, well, that was kind of a
sacrifice.
Yeah, I didn't care that much.
Well, she got infected though, right?
Yeah, she got infected.
So she did a last stand sort of thing to let them get away.
You know what I found the turning point was for me with Ellie in The Last of Us?
What?
I don't know if you remember it or if you remember watching it, but it's when they're in the flooded part of the city, and Ellie saves Joel from being fucking drowned from a guy who's holding his head under the water and strangling him.
Yeah, but she can't swim either.
Yeah, no, but funny. Yeah, but Ellie shot the dude doing that, and Joel got pissed at her, and I was like, out loud, I went, Joel, don't be a dick. Like, she just saved your life. You'd be dead. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm siding with Ellie. What the fuck? So I think that was the turning point for me there.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Yeah, Death Stranding.
I found her starting to be useful when she was the sniper in that like little square where Joel was down on the ground and she was up on the balcony.
Was that before?
It was just after getting out of the hotel.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I was just proud of her.
And then he gave her a gun for the first time because she was asking for a gun all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just proud of her at that point. I'm like, you make me proud, kid.
You know, one of the things that I loved about Ellie was the jokes.
Ellie was
funny. Freaking funny.
She tried to be like
really funny.
She tried to be like sarcastic, and some of them would flop, and some would be the funniest shit I've ever heard.
But it's the way the silence just goes afterwards, and you're thinking that was just funny as fuck. You know, and that made me laugh out loud quite a few times.
Oh man!
And that's a missable trophy. So that's an example right there. So you could, be too far away from Ellie and get to a point where you have to jump over the bus or something, and you didn't get close to her for her to say, "Hey, let's tell a joke." That would be a missable trophy right there because you missed one of her jokes.
Oh, I remember seeing something like that where it's like, listen to all of Ellie's jokes.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a trophy?
Yep, and that's an example of a missable trophy.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, okay.
Progress through the story, it locks it out.
That's fair.
Speaking of sequels, you okay there, Gavin?
I just sometimes this weird shit pops up in my throat, and I'm like, I need to cough.
He's inhaling the curtains.
Yeah.
Speaking of sequels to popular games, this is a subject I wanted to talk about for a good while. Overwatch 2. Because I remember a couple of podcasts ago, Gavin was telling us about the rumored Overwatch 2. And I was like, okay. And what do you know? I was playing Overwatch for Halloween, whatever. And I see in the chat, Overwatch 2, random players, spewing out random shit. I'm like, okay. And then a couple of days later, I think this was right around when BlitzCon was announcing new games. And one of them was the announcement trailer for Overwatch 2. I was like, I was legitimately surprised because Overwatch is a really popular game. Why bother making a sequel to a game that has a huge fan base already? Well, yeah. And for the audio audience, he's money.
It's the only audience. There's no video yet. Oh, by the way, what I was telling Isaac, we're going to get back to Overwatch because...
Look at his face.
Because fucking Blizzard. But, like, I was telling Isaac one day, I had to have been on a Saturday.
Diablo?
No. Just about, like, eventually doing, like, video stuff.
Yeah.
Help yourself, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I know, at least he's voiced it. I don't know if you do, but eventually he wants to get into, like, the video podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think a video podcast would be cool.
My face in it. So what I was thinking was, like, put one, like, right there. I'll sit there. They can point on you guys. I'll still be here, but like I just don't.
Maybe I should make a mask for you, Gavin.
Fucking put it somewhere.
Don't put it anywhere. Don't do it.
You are so photogenic.
If you feel like that.
Well, I'm not uncomfortable with it. It's just it goes back to what I was saying before the podcast. I'm like, don't.
You won't be a center of attention. It's all three of us.
Well, I know, but still, my face would be there. The government watches, man.
The government watches.
Government watches everywhere.
Big brother watches all.
Just watching through your microphone right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's pop filters here. They can't see through it. You think I wanted a pop filter for the
for the popping?
Yeah, no, I wanted it just because it's blacked out, Anyways, back to the Overwatch 2 stuff, because it's Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. So, I mean, I briefly talked about it, Overwatch 2 with somebody from Discord who's part of the fan base of Tiger Lily, who is this streamer that I made this video for a year back with all the highlights and stuff. You saw it, John,
I've
and
seen
I think
that.
you also
It's good.
saw it.
It's very good. I want one. I gotta play for a year though. Stream for a year.
Yeah.
I would say make one for my channel, but
You don't
it's
have
not that hard to go
much.
back and look at the shit I've done.
You have like what, 5 videos in total?
I have like 7. Okay. Get off my back.
Anyway, so from what I can gather from watching the gameplay footage of Overwatch 2, they're obviously going to add new heroes. They have new super abilities that you could customize and all of that fun stuff. And it basically looks the same, except, for the menu heads-up display or whatever you want to call it, character customization. And it made me think, why didn't they just, go ahead and update this to Overwatch? Now we're just paying $60 for another game. Kind of, I don't know, it just kind of bugs me a little bit.
It's funny you say that because when you were saying that, I was thinking, why not just DLC Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I had something there for a second. But...
And, like, the vanilla Overwatch game, it has its own campaigns that every time it gets updated, like, you could play this story campaign with Blackwatch, which has Reaper, the cowboy dude, Genji, and everybody else that's part of Blackwatch, and you go through Venice killing Talon members. And there's another game, story mode, where you're playing as Overwatch, with Winston, the giant gorilla, Tracer, the British chick with her twin pistols and whatnot, and Mercy and Reinhardt, the guy with a big hammer. So they always...
I know who that is. Sorry, I don't play Overwatch, but I know who that is.
I know who Mercy is. I usually play Mercy.
I know who Mercy is too.
Yeah. But they always bring all of these different game modes to the game already, and they periodically update the game with new heroes. So what's the point?
Because sequels, there's going to be gameplay changes.
Yeah.
And you don't update a game with gameplay changes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how gaming has always worked, and sequels are meant to improve upon past stuff. That, and it's Activision and their money.
Fair point, but
most of the stuff like the HUD update, yeah, that would make, an update, not a new
patch.
game. Yeah, that's a patch, is what
Yeah.
that is. But as far as the gameplay changes go, and apparently the art style changed a little bit.
Just a little bit, but it basically looks the same superficially.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could still patch that.
Could you?
Yeah.
I would have thought so. The actual visual, yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
that's how you get DLC extra levels and stuff like that.
I wouldn't DLC new textures.
I mean,
no, I probably wouldn't know. No.
I mean,
Don't be Bethesda, Sean. Don't paywall stupid shit.
I love you, Bethesda.
Me and Gavin don't
Send
like
me some
Bethesda.
free games.
But let me put it to you this way.
Chill.
Let me put it to you this way, Gavin. Imagine, you've played a fair amount of Team Fortress 2, right?
Yeah, you've seen that lately?
Yep.
I spent a lot of money on it too.
It's an already popular game. They periodically update the game, with new cosmetics, new weapon stats.
There's been an update in 3 years.
The last one was the Pyro update, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
It was but it's still kicking strong. But
his point is, it can be done.
Yeah, well,
imagine if they released a Team Fortress 3 and it's basically the same with small changes here and there.
that's why they're not changing it. It's because they don't have anything to change. The game already works fine.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
would think the same thing would be with Overwatch, right? Because Overwatch works pretty well.
Yeah, but they might be starting to not make as much money as they once did on Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because with Team Fortress 2, does Overwatch have loot crates?
Yeah, it has loot crates.
What's in them?
Cosmetics, voice lines, poses post-game, and highlight reels where the characters are doing their own unique animations,
But these are loot crates for
play
winning
of the game.
These are loot crates for winning the games, though, not actually buying them.
So you can't buy them.
Well, you can buy them, but if you, complete a certain amount of games in arcade mode, then you get a free loot crate, and if you also level up, you also get a free loot crate.
Yeah.
That's usually my style of playing Overwatch.
I'm trying to think of reasons why they aren't making a TF3, but kind of lining up with your questions as to why they're making Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
So.
You never know. It might be in the making.
It could, but...
Valve doesn't know how to count to fucking 3, okay?
Valve is
Portal
infamous.
Portal 1, Portal 2, Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life Episode 2, okay? Team Fortress 1, Team Fortress 2. Gabriel can't count to 3. That's his problem.
So it's a Valve thing.
It's a
Valve thing.
I wasn't aware that it was a Valve thing.
Yeah, no, it's Valve, 100%. Half-Life 3, 5 to 8 years ago would have sold like fucking porn? I don't know what to compare it to.
That's a first for a podcast.
How well does porn sell?
I imagine pretty well since it's still kicking, you know? Like, but
you probably mean the patty cakes or something like that.
Huh?
Isn't that the saying that I'm selling
hotcakes?
Hotcakes. I'm selling these like hotcakes.
I like my analogy better.
Okay, fair enough.
Patty cakes.
Patty cakes. Patty cake. Patty cake. I still remember those memes are still existing, like Half-Life 3 confirmed.
No, it's not.
Denied. Talk about disappointments in the gaming world. For me, Valve's number one, and nobody's ever going to remove them. Not even Bethesda.
You see, you love Bethesda.
But would you prefer to...
Remember how I said somebody's not going to leave here alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be you now.
You said it wasn't going to be me.
Well, now it might be.
But if you were to choose Team Fortress 2 or one of the Fallout games, which one would you choose?
To play?
Yes.
Team Fortress.
Really?
Yep. I tried playing New Vegas and 3, and I'm just so fucking burned out of Fallout, I think. Because I play ESO, but I don't count ESO as a Bethesda thing. ZeniMax made it, Bethesda published it.
Fair enough.
They didn't say, like, Half-Life.
Hmm?
Didn't he say Half-Life?
He said Team Fortress.
Yeah, I just said Team Fortress.
Would I rather play Team Fortress or a Fallout game?
Oh, I thought you said Half-Life.
No.
Because I'm, like, thinking, you just chose Team Fortress over Half-Life. What?
Yeah.
Hey? Half-Life is the classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't get me wrong, Half-Life is one of my most favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
But choosing
I think
between...
we've all played that.
Yeah. Have you played Half-Life?
A little bit.
Or have you watched it?
Or have you watched...
I have never watched it.
Okay. So you have played it yourself?
Yeah,
Which
just
one?
a little bit. Half-Life 2, I think.
I've done both.
Thank you.
Anyway.
You gotta play Do you own Half-Life 1?
Not yet. Bye.
He's about to.
Are you going to buy it for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This will be an experience.
It's my birthday last couple of weeks. Gavin.
What do you want?
Oh. Outer Worlds would be nice.
Okay, Sean.
I think
Half-Life source is like $8. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright, don't worry about
I think Sean's going to ask for Outer Worlds.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Because I told you about the...
Yeah, you were telling me about the Xbox Game Pass. For $1 freaking dollar.
It's $10, but...
I paid for $1 for the Xbox Game Pass on the Microsoft Store.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
you were talking about that on the last podcast.
That was...
That's badass steal, that is.
It was a really huge steal. But I talked about it on the previous podcast. It sucks because I can't record the damn thing.
Right. Copyright, probably.
Yeah.
Well.
Wait, you can't record it?
I can't record it. It's the same thing you went through with Black Mesa.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
The stuttering issue.
Yeah.
It's a graphics card thing.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm like, fuck!
But I can play it.
Oh well. I guess I can't record every game that I want to record.
Yeah, I think my computer's burned down on recording.
Talking about recording games and stuff, what have you been playing recently, Isaac? Are you still playing the Jurassic Park thing?
I periodically check it every once in a while, to check out the dinosaurs, but I told you that I was playing Moons of Madness, but I haven't gotten around to continuing the story just yet because I've been busy with college and whatnot.
So, you saying some of the dinosaurs, first of all, the Jurassic Park thing, I saw you online on Jurassic World fucking Evolution.
Yep.
The other day.
Yeah, and I saw that. Your Steam account ended up going up to you're away, so the Z's were next to it, so I just like to picture you fell asleep at the fucking computer. just
waiting for a dinosaur to hatch.
Yeah. I like to imagine he just fucking slumped over. Like, It's just the picture I got in my head, and I laughed out loud at it. I go,
that would have been a good stream.
Oh my god.
I'm going to take a little nap here. Just go to sleep on stream.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to incubate a couple of gallium mimesis. Okay.
And see, and you said on the last podcast you're like a dinosaur expert, right?
Yeah.
But, man, when I came to you about the Licholotopus and the Cuntosaurus, you had no idea what either one of those were.
I realized that it was supposed to be a joke, okay? I legitimately thought it was a dinosaur I never heard of because...
I'm sorry, I had to do it again. It's the first thing I thought of when you said it was a dinosaur expert.
Because they're always discovering new dinosaurs every decade.
I can't tell.
Can you rename your dinosaurs? Because you could do just that.
Please name it Licholotopus.
Yes, you can actually name your individual dinosaurs in Jurassic World. So
not the actual dinosaur name, but the breeds.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You can have a Licholotopus then.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, speaking of animals, and what's the developer behind the Jurassic World Evolution? I forget.
You're asking the wrong people, I think.
Yeah.
I thought you were the expert.
Zoo Planet.
Yes.
Zoo Planet is now
That
out.
looks badass.
Yeah.
It's a PC only though. Or is it Xbox?
Just
No.
like roller coaster or coaster.
Roller
Planet
Coaster Tycoon.
Planet Coaster. Jesus Christ.
Planet Coaster?
Planet Coaster.
What the fuck was it called?
Here.
The same guys made a fucking theme park one. I can't remember what it's called.
It's Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Mm-mm.
Oh, maybe it is. Planet
Roller Coaster Tycoon is a thing, which I enjoy the second one.
Ooh. While you're talking about that, I noticed that Civilization 6 is coming out for
Frontier
PS4.
Developments.
Well, yeah, but what's the roller coaster one? Civ 6 is coming
Civ
out for...
6 is coming out for the PlayStation 4.
Has there been a Civ game on PlayStation before?
There's been a Civ game for the PlayStation 3. Released a little bit.
Yeah, it was
before the
Planet
trophies.
Coaster.
So it doesn't have trophies on that, but PS4 version, it looks good. I looked at the trophy list on it. It's multiplayer, but it has only one multiplayer trophy on it, which is cool. Yeah, just win a game against another player.
Yeah.
Can you tell me if that went to you and I didn't just call somebody else on my friend list a bitch?
I did see something on my Steam account, but I just
wrong.
wiped it away.
Bought somebody else randomly.
I buy friends on Steam games all the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, you told us about that hentai game that you bought for your friend.
And now all he gets for recommended games are hentai games. That's okay, because all I get now are hentai games because I fucking bought it for him.
Yep. That's what you get.
But yeah, back to Planet Zoo. My girlfriend Hannah, also known as the
Queen Dragon.
Thank you. I am so bad with memory.
You can't remember your girlfriend's handle.
Hey, I forget a lot of things, but yeah, Queen Dragon. She wanted to go ahead and play that when it came out, and it's now out. She's currently on a family trip right now, so of course I'm gonna wait for her to come back and play it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll record it. Who knows?
Well, have you seen it yourself?
Yes.
What were your opinions on it?
It looks pretty good. I mean, there's this YouTuber that I follow because of his Jurassic World Evolution content, and he is, let's just put it this way, he makes way better parks than I do. And he went through this beta Planet Zoo where he was making his own exhibits. Like, you could actually make your own building.
Yeah.
Your exhibits.
If he was the
That
guy
is pretty
building the
freaking
dome, I
cool.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's a good
is-
dome as well.
Yeah. It is pretty freaking cool. And it gives you a lot more freedom to, build the enclosures and put up some signs with information about the animals, like a Komodo dragon or whatever.
Yep.
That is really cool.
I've seen it. He was building a big dome, but he was doing the interior first, like all the ground and that, and just roughing it up and then putting exhibits in it. And it's like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, it
I
really
mean, it'd be
is.
definitely my kind of game, but it's PC.
I don't think it's PC.
Yeah,
Hang
it is.
on.
Planet games are always PC.
Yeah. No.
Stop it, Planet Games.
Let me double
I
check,
guess
because I
it's
do
6.
remember that Jurassic World Evolution is both Xbox One and
PlayStation.
Speaking of movie franchises.
Do I hear a Terminator coming?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he does. Da-da-da-da-da.
Isaac, you said you liked it. Why don't you go first?
I can foresee you ripping my ass a new one. Anyway, so my dad was asking me what movie we should go see, and I was like, Terminator Dark Fate, because I want to take a look at it and see if, I could... Usually when I go out to see movies at the theaters, I have the lowest expectations. The only movie that has disappointed me is the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender. But anyway, back to Terminator.
Well, no, because I agree with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For once? Wow.
Yes. There's a few things that we agree
that's
on.
about to fucking change.
We gotta break some records on this podcast, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're about to shatter that one, though, with just keep going, Isaac. We'll get to it. We'll get to
it. My dad was against it because, he's into the news and all that. I just wanted to see the movie because, well, it's a Terminator movie. I saw Terminator Genesis and whatnot, and a lot of people criticized that movie because it was horrible, the acting was horrible, but I enjoyed it. And we went out to see Terminator Dark Fate. First scene we saw, spoiler alert. Should I say the opening scene?
No, probably not, because it's only just been out a week.
But Sean, how about this? How about, so you can say spoiler alert, and then on the screen, you can say skip to this timestamp if you don't want to hear any of this Terminator talk.
So I'll put a discretion for all of you viewers out there that haven't seen Terminator Dark Fate.
Are you going to go see it? Because if you're going to go see it, we won't talk.
No.
Are you sure about that, Sean?
Yeah, because I was excited to see it, and then I saw a lot of things about how it flopped.
Mm-hmm.
It was I was like, holy shit. And then I read about their reasons why it flopped, and it kind of made sense a lot. Mm-hmm. And so now it makes me not really want to see the first Terminator film on...
But anyway, so spoiler alert for everybody who hasn't seen Dark Fate. Opening scene, John Connor dies.
Yep.
This is a direct sequel to T2, by the way.
Yeah.
And so this is still teenage John Connor from T2. Okay, just make sure you know what's up.
And they couldn't use what's his name though,
because he grew up.
Yeah.
So they did a weird fucking CG.
Yep.
It was weird.
But it was very expected for me because, of course, with all the marketing, they didn't show John Connor as an adult or whatever. So, okay, John Connor's gonna die. They're on the beach. Sarah Connor's just watching his son, flirting with a Mexican chick or whatever. Then out of friggin' nowhere, a Terminator comes, shoots his ass.
And just nopes out. Just leaves.
Yep.
It's like, okay, bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Does he look like Arnie?
Yeah, it was Arnold.
Yeah, it was Arnold.
It was the same one that was... Well, not the same one.
Not the exact same one, but the same model, yeah.
He looked beefier, like he was buffer.
Yep.
It really... His head was so fucking tiny. Was that just me? Or did he look weird to you?
A little bit weird.
I don't know, man. It's just weird. And I saw that, I'm like, cool, T2's pointless. Because the entire movie spent protecting John.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, T2 was... Alright.
Yeah, no, T2,
But John Connor is dead right off the bat.
And then it goes to the Sarah Connor monologue at the beginning. It's like the future fate. It talks about it.
The fate that you make for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it alludes to salvation with the world being taken over by machines.
Yeah.
She's like, that future is no longer a reality because I stopped it. And I go, wow, modest much? You had help. A Terminator helped you.
And somebody from the future also helped you.
Miles Dyson as well. Miles Bennett Dyson. He helped as well.
Yeah.
And then blew up the facility.
You know what I don't like? Is Skynet is non-existent in that movie.
It's Legion that replaces it.
Which is the same fucking thing as Skynet. Just a name change. New coat of paint.
Yeah.
It's name change, and it's a military artificial intelligence instead of this worldwide artificial intelligence or something like that.
Yeah, and it did the same thing Skynet did. It launched a bunch of nukes, made Terminators. It did everything Skynet was going to do.
Yeah.
And so, it's well, that was kind of okay. But
we replaced one future with a more similar future.
And it sounds like what they did was that when they were when they were making this new one, they forgot who the hell it was that was the bad guys. So let's write in a new one. And then it's like, oh yeah, it was Skynet. Shit.
You know what? I saw somebody compare it to, which I totally agree with, is they try to do with it what they did with Star Wars and Batman. Same story as the original, but with our own character.
Yeah.
Which Linda Hamilton, was in T2.
And she was in Terminator as well. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Are we sure Linda Hamilton is a woman?
Yes.
Because she looks pretty pretty butch.
Yeah, she might have beefed herself up for the film because she really did beef herself up for the T2.
She looks like such a man. And then the whole the girl, fuck, what was her name?
Yeah, that's the only criticism. Legit large scale criticism. The 2 new female characters are so forgettable to me.
It's not even they're forgettable. It's girl power.
Yep. Like, oh, what's her
Danny,
face?
that's her name. Danny. Danny's the girl.
Yep.
And she was like, fucking. I thought this part was funny. The only part that got a laugh out of me was when they were like, "Why are they going after Danny?" Because the Terminators were chasing, Danny, not Sarah, for once.
Yep.
And they're like, "Why are they going after Danny?" And Sarah pipes up and goes, "Because she's going to give birth to the guy that leads the rebellion." And I'm like, that's kind of discounting her pretty fucking quick, just because she was
the one, yeah.
And it ended up, fucking spoiler, Danny was the special one.
Yeah, not, who's coming out of her womb or anything like that.
So, go girls. The female Terminator was such a fucking dull performance.
So she was a Terminator?
No, it was more of a super soldier.
The female
was a Terminator.
She wasn't a Terminator.
She had cyborg bits.
Yeah, but she's not a Terminator. She's an enhanced human.
Although I did like the look of the new Terminator, the liquid metal one. He was all
Rev
black
9.
metal.
The REV9, that's what it's called. Because it's...
Rev 9, yeah.
It's a take from the Bible, Revelation 9.
The more you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought the Rev 9 was pretty kick-ass. I mean, you can't ever be the original, but it looked freaking terrifying.
It has the exoskeleton underneath and it has liquid metal on top.
Yeah.
It's 2 Terminators.
I also like, even though it's basically the same, it has different aesthetics to it. Like, it's much more skeletal, like, its skull is... And the liquid metal is black instead of white, you know? That's what I liked about it.
The exoskeleton is black as well, isn't it? It's like a dark grey.
Yeah.
And it looks menacing. And I still remember the scene where Arnie is point blank range opening up a whole clip from an assault rifle or something into his face. And he just goes pop, pop, pop. And then you see the exoskeleton underneath. And I thought, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was cool.
Remember how when we talked about Dark Fate the last time I was here, you were like, Arnie's going to die by the end of it?
Yep. Spoiler alert again.
And he's the one who actually saved everything. Yeah. I kind of. You could see that. You could see that.
The thing is, though, the Terminator that killed John Connor in the beginning of the movie was him.
Yeah.
And so he was the same Terminator who did that. So of course Sarah Connor's throwing a bitch fit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: he was helping her.
Yep.
The entire time before even the movie started, because he was sending her texts because he could apparently detect when Terminators were teleporting into the world. So he'd send her coordinates and say, and the ending of the text would always say "for John."
Yeah.
And he'd send it and fucking.
That's why she says that she hunts Terminators.
Yeah, it's sad that Arnold Schwarzenegger is now a cameo in the movie he made. Basically. Yeah. He's been reduced to a cameo in this movie. He's in the movie for like not even an hour.
Yeah.
Which
in all fairness, in the original movie, the Terminator didn't appear that much either, like 34 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, but it was an Arnold movie, not that Terminator movie.
I suppose.
Arnold was in the movie the entire fucking time.
Yeah, the original one was all pretty much Arnold Schwarzenegger until you get to the end of the stop motion bit, right at the end where he's like Inferno and then walks out of the fire. Mm-hmm. And then it's the machine that's chasing him around the press and that lot. Slowly getting squished. Mm-hmm.
I also like how the Rev 9, unlike previous Terminators where they're just walking around bumping into people or whatever, trying to fit in, but obviously it's the Terminator. But for the Rev 9, he's all like, "Oh, sorry, how are you doing today?" You know, all polite and all that stuff, trying to fit in.
Yeah, I noticed jokes. He's the only one who actually starts to speak a different language as well.
Yeah.
Because there's one scene where he's talking to the young girl's father.
Yeah.
And they're Mexican or something.
Yeah.
And he actually talks to her father in Mexican, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I've never seen a Terminator actually use different language.
Yeah.
They were also, if I'm not mistaken, illegal immigrants. If I read the movie right. Correct.
I'm gonna leave it in the air because I'm not too sure either.
Because I'm pretty sure that's ended up what happening. So,
But look, I'm not saying Dark Fates is this awesome movie or anything like that. It was just fun to watch, just despite all the flaws that it had in it. It's like, I want to say a guilty pleasure, I want to say. If that makes any sense.
My guilty pleasures fall at 76.
Yep.
See, the biggest flaw in this film that I heard, and watched so many videos on is the timelines. It erases all of the other timelines.
Anything after TF2 besides this movie, Genesis included, never happened.
Yep.
Everything.
Which is okay.
Even the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yep.
Is anybody going to miss those?
I love that.
Really?
Yeah, Summer Glue is a freaking Terminator. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got the box set.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, what else do you have?
The Alien box set.
Ooh.
With Predator.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Fuck.
Well, actually, it would be no good to you unless you got a multi-region. Because it's an English one. So is the Alien.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
So,
so, closing out the Terminator thing.
yeah.
Out of 10, what would you rate it? Overall, not anything specific.
Yeah. I'm going to give it I love Arnold, as always, as the Terminator, because the concept, I mean, like in T2, the good guy Terminator, he's slowly learning human emotions and all that. The Terminator in Dark Fate basically took that by 10 and, tried to raise his own family and whatnot. And
well, he had to
society.
blend in for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
he was a sleeper.
no.
Okay.
And his name is Carl. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Carl.
yeah.
Carl the Terminator.
Carl the Terminator.
Rest
You know
in
Carl
peace.
next door? Turns out he's a fucking robot.
No way!
My neighbor's a freaking badass killing machine.
I had my suspicions when I saw him pick up a tractor,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure. Maybe he just worked out a lot.
But yeah, aside from Arnold, he's amazing as always. Linda Hamilton, she's flawed, but she's not the worst character I've ever seen on screen. But the other two female characters, the new characters, I can't remember their names at the moment because they're so forgettable for me.
That's fair. Right, go ahead.
I really don't have a good opinion on them, but everything. I just wish it was better because it was directed by the same director who did Deadpool.
James Cameron.
No. Cameron was the producer.
Yeah, he was produced.
He was involved in it.
Yeah, James Cameron was involved. He didn't direct it, though.
Yeah, he was the producer.
The guy who directed Deadpool did this one.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate.
It would have been good. Because Deadpool's pretty damn good.
Terminator's supposed to be a serious movie.
True. But then Deadpool turns out, it starts off like being a serious kick-ass thing until he opens his gob.
Yeah.
But and then it's like, what the hell am I watching? Am I watching a comedy or am I Star Wars?
I would have to give Terminator Dark Fate a 4.5 out of 10.
You're generous.
Yes, I am. Because there are a lot of silver linings to it, but plenty of bad as well. And I don't seriously watch movies for the political underlayers, if you will.
Let's not watch movies.
So what is the most memorable thing in that film for you? To give it the 4.
Let me think for a second.
The credits.
Yay!
Yes, it's over!
Yeah, it's over. No. I honestly like the part where Carl... Well, actually, the final confrontation where all the characters get up together and basically team up against the Rev 9. I thought that was a good showcase of teamwork.
Okay, so that's the thing that sticks out the most to you.
Okay. Let's see, what else? I gotta go through with my head, but how about you, Gavin?
2.5 to 3, depending on the day.
Okay.
And my favorite part was the beginning of the movie because John Connor died and it was shock.
Yep.
It was just shock. That's all it was.
You sound sad right now.
Yeah.
Dear
it's because
God.
I fucking love I stopped loving Terminator after Salvation. But I mean, I love Salvation. I mean, anything after, which is only one movie. I guess.
So,
because I remember you loving the fuck out of Salvation.
Yeah, Salvation was good.
Salvation was brilliant.
I love Salvation. A lot of people don't. Fuck.
What about one-liners?
Oh
I
yeah,
won't
Sarah
be
Connor.
back.
Sarah Connor going, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, you stupid."
But I thought that was kind of a neat touch. Because that's like stealing his line, totally.
Yeah, but she needs to come up with her own shit.
I also like how they made Sarah Connor into this conspiracy nut job. Like, she puts her smartphones in potato chip bags.
They didn't make. She was one
She was a nut job in T2.
in T2 because of the first one.
Yep.
You have something chasing you
Yeah.
in the 80s when she was in the first one.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the 80s, early 80s.
Yeah.
You get someone chasing you that's a machine.
From the future.
From the future,
And you've got this crazy soldier guy that tells you you need to live because I'm going to bonk you and you're going to have our child and he's going to save the universe. By the way, we've got this metal maniac thing running around.
In all fairness.
I could have bonked you.
In all fairness, he didn't outright say, "I'm gonna bang you" or anything
No,
like
he
that.
didn't, but he did.
He did, and he didn't. It was
Yeah,
very...
they had that one sordid night in the hotel
Yeah.
thing. You know, as they're all bashed up and they're only patched up with like bandages wrapped around them. And
Ooh,
if I remember rightly, he was pretty severely battered up.
Yeah. Okay, moving on from the Terminator stuff. Do you have anything you wanted to talk about, Gavin? I know you're always prepared for these kind of things.
Yeah, slightly.
Okay, choose one. There we go.
I was actually going to prove a point with the Terminator
Go ahead.
thing.
Okay, while Gavin is doing his
Go
thing.
ahead.
Yeah, so the one-liners don't stick out. Okay?
Yeah.
So go to T2. How many one-liners stick out there?
Just
Hasta la
one.
vista, baby.
There's
2.
shitloads.
Oh, I don't remember...
Hasta la vista, baby, obviously. Come with me if you want to live.
Oh, okay.
Terminated.
Fair enough.
Chill out, dickwad.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I know,
There
yeah.
are so many in that film. That film was so
My favorite-
well done.
My favorite one is, of course, I'm a Terminator.
Yeah. And there were scenes that where John Connor is like, "Cool, I got my own Terminator. Stick your leg up,"
Yep.
and he does. And then the guys come along and they're asking if he's okay and shit. And then he sets the Terminator on him.
Yeah.
There are so many things in that film that make you remember it. And now you're going to go and see the new one and nothing apart from John Connor getting shot or whatever.
So what
sticks
memorable
out.
thing I remember from it?
Does that just not tell you that was a bad made film?
Yeah.
That's my point.
People
Oh, yeah.
were calling it from the fucking beginning.
Well,
I-
sorry about that.
My other favorite line that is ingrained into my memory forever is, "I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over metal endoskeleton."
I don't like how he did that.
I
Just-
like that. I like you. I want your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Yeah.
You forgot to say please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So now we're done with Terminator.
Now we're done.
Do you have a topic picked out?
Yeah.
Because I want to see what yours is, so that way I can choose one that's going to segue kind of off of it.
Okay. So I already talked about Overwatch already, and this is kind of a highlight for me as, well, a Godzilla fan, the reason I brought that Funko Pop over here.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
The
the Funko Pop.
Funko Pop.
Funko Pop.
I
Yeah.
have so fucking many.
Yeah, so do I. You
I
should
thought
see
they
my
were smaller
collection
than
at
that.
home.
Huh?
I thought they were small.
Most of them are, but that's Godzilla.
Yeah, it's Godzilla. He's supposed to be huge. But Godzilla's 65th anniversary was on the 3rd, so that was a Sunday, correct? No, that was a Monday.
Fuck if I know, man. That was you're asking me to remember a long time ago.
It was like several days ago, Gavin.
what day?
The 3rd.
Of November?
Yes.
They said
It was a
October.
Saturday.
Okay,
Sunday.
Sunday. And being the huge G fan I am, I have learned a lot of new things about how Godzilla has influenced cinema as a whole. Fun fact, when he was younger, Steven Spielberg was inspired by Godzilla, and Godzilla was cited as the inspiration for Jaws and Jurassic Park.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I quote, he said Godzilla was the best dinosaur film ever made because it made it look like it actually happened. This is the same guy who made Jurassic Park, which forever changed special effects in the film industry. And obviously Jaws kickstarted Spielberg's career as a film director. So without Godzilla, we wouldn't have Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, and many other movies that he's made, including Let's Play, Player One. Yeah, Player One.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, sorry. And he's also, fun fact, there's some trivia out there that he also influenced George Lucas in his use of miniatures for the Star Wars movies, the original Star Wars movies. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
I heard something about it being true.
But the Rancor from Return of a Jedi was originally supposed to be a guy in a rubber suit instead of a puppet.
It was a guy in a rubber suit at first.
Yeah, but they made it into
actually,
a puppet.
there is. So there's several versions of it, and the one for the long distance stuff is the guy in a rubber suit.
Yeah.
Being a big Star Wars nut, I saw all sorts of makings of every different Star Wars film series. So it was played by Phil Tippett.
Yeah.
I like how you threw X in there just to be sure. Ex Star Wars fan.
Ex Star Wars fan.
I don't blame you anymore.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what happens with Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, me too. Especially since Palpatine is making a huge role in it.
Well, my thing with it is that all of the trailers finish with the saga ends, and
yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Are you excited because it's going to end as something satisfactory, or is
put the fucking thing to bed?
That's what I was thinking. You were going to say.
That's the thing. Is just leave it alone. It should never have been messed with.
Since 2017, there's been oversaturation of Star Wars.
Yeah, fair enough.
Way too much.
And also, going back to Godzilla again, since the creation of the first Godzilla movie back in 1954, this was like a decade after the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, by the way. So it was pretty fresh in people's memories when the creators behind Godzilla made the movie.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yep. He went on to inspire the tokusatsu genre, which is all these Japanese films that had a high emphasis on special effects, like Kamen Rider, for example, Super Sentai, which would inspire Power Rangers in America. Basically, they used stop footage for Power Rangers taken from Super Sentai. And it also...
Never got into Power Rangers. It looked dodgy as fuck.
It was cheesy as fuck, is what you're trying to see.
I'm going to say it's dodgy as fuck. It looks awful. It looked like a bunch of kids that then jump in plastic shit.
That's exactly what it was.
The armor looked awful. The special effects was, oh my god. I mean, if you're going to have special effects in that time of the year, then what's the excuse for it? Unless you're actually trying to make it look vintage.
I think it's because Super Sentai was made back in the 80s or something like that.
I like the new Power Rangers that was in 2016, I think, 2017.
I avoid it like the plague.
I like it. It's fair, I guess. Yeah. It was good. Like, there was obviously, they used the original Power Rangers theme song.
Go Power Rangers!
They used that in it, which I'm like, my childhood. So, that was great.
Yeah, but...
Isaac knows a lot about Japanese shit.
I do.
I totally forgot he's the Japanese guy. You're not Japanese, but like...
Yeah, obviously.
The hentai guy.
Isaac, I have a new YouTube channel name for you.
Oh my god.
Guy review.
I fucking hate you guys. Anyway, so the Tokusatsu franchise, it inspired a young Stanley Kubrick, some random director who went on to make 2001: A Space Odyssey. Nothing impressive there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Full Metal Jacket.
So once again, Godzilla is responsible for one of the most highly acclaimed directors into making the 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is one of the best sci-fi movies in cinema history.
Why?
Well, it had a lot of, I want to say,
Right up there with the
I was
fucking
going to
hardcore.
stick you on the spot there.
Of course.
Because
Right.
to me,
Because it was critically acclaimed.
boring as fuck.
Because it was a borderline documentary, but I enjoyed it.
The best thing about that was Hal.
Yeah.
Hal was fantastic. I can't even say it.
Fantabulous?
He was fantastic. Yeah,
Nice.
he was fantastic. Because
Fantabulous.
he was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, what are you doing, Dave? I can't allow you to do that, Dave.
But
At
anyway.
the time, that could have been a total possibility.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is now.
I know.
Look at your
But
phone.
yeah.
It's like what you're doing, Sean.
But
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey Siri.
But yeah, the reason why 2001: A Space Odyssey is one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time was because it introduced a lot of new camera techniques. Like in the opening scene, when the apes were, they found the monolith and it somehow increased their intelligence or whatever. One of the apes was using this. No, it was a piece of bone, and it froze it up in the air, and then it transitioned into the space station or whatever. The bone transformed into the space station like millions of years in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah,
For me, the best thing about Space Odyssey was the music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dun dun, like that.
Have you ever considered going to the movie industry? You'd
Yep.
be better than John Williams.
No,
Oh,
really?
John Williams is the man.
He saved that series so much.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what would you consider 2001 like an art? Would you consider it art?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
definitely
Yeah, I'm
art.
a film student, so
Definitely art. It's
So-
boring as fuck, but
yeah, it was.
You can go to an art gallery and be bored as shit, but see good pictures.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
2001.
So speaking of art in movies,
Yep.
here's my segue.
Okay.
I don't remember his fucking name.
Okay.
Mostly 'cause I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh God.
A while back, Scorsese?
Scorsese.
Yeah, him.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, that guy. Thank you. He said that the Avengers, basically Marvel movies, were not art. I agree with it.
Yeah.
It's a comic book that moves, essentially. What do you think?
Well, it has a lot of nice little I mean, if you're honestly asking me to do an in-depth study if the Marvel movies are indeed art, then I don't know what to tell you about that. But I definitely love that we have so many characters that we go through their journeys, like the origins for Tony Stark and whatnot. Originally, Tony Stark was supposed to be this warmongering industrialist who gives away weapons of mass destruction.
He kind of was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
He was a weapons dealer.
Yeah, there was no he was supposed to be. He flat out was.
Yes, he was. But yeah, it's a lot of these Marvel movies. They go through this process, the journey of the hero. Like in the beginning, the hero is a nobody or something else like that, and then he goes through this traumatic journey or whatever, and that's the process of becoming a hero. That's the classic tale that we find in many mythologies and fairy tales, like Jason and the Argonauts, Hercules, many figures of Greek mythologies. There's a lot of tales of the hero stories, which obviously being superheroes, they have a lot of journeys to them. So I like to consider that Marvel movies are art in their own unique way.
But see, what
Lost for words.
the movies, the kind of movies that I consider to be art are just as a recent one. Are movies like Joker. They have a message to send.
Yeah.
Whereas anything, and don't get me wrong, like there is a certain artistic feel to the Marvel movies before Civil War.
Yeah.
Everything after Civil War has just been kind of like 100 miles an hour. Besides Black Panther. Black Panther is really good too.
Yeah.
But like Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame, I wouldn't consider those movies art as much as I would glorified CG. Because don't get me wrong, they were good movies. I'm not knocking them. They were good movies. It's just they were more action than storytelling.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
I suppose.
There was the overarching, with Infinity War and Endgame, Thanos, he's kind of an asshole kind of
But
thing.
that's the interesting thing about Thanos. Like, a lot of the first Marvel villains, they aren't really sympathetic. They're just, I'm going to blow shit up. I'm going to take over the world and whatnot.
Killmonger is.
That is true. But he had this sympathetic backstory. Like, he was raised by this undercover Wakandan, and his father got killed, so he had to go through the downsides of society where, we treat African Americans very poorly in the real world, and he wanted to wield the resources of Wakanda and basically make them the top of the world instead of living equally. Whereas other Marvel villains, they're like, I'm going to take over the world because so-and-so and all that.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, and Thanos is a very unique character because, of course, on the surface, he looks like this mass murderer who wants to kill the entire universe because reasons. But as you learn more about his character, he legitimately believes that what he's doing is right, killing half of the universe so that the universe doesn't die from overpopulation. And when he was going through that trial to gain the Soul Stone, he had to sacrifice his daughter, Gamora? Yeah, Gamora. Gamora, and that was a really huge development on him because she was the only one that he legitimately loved. So he had to sacrifice a part of himself to to do what he sees as the greater good. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
He's a really intriguing antagonist. Like, he's not one of those, I'm going to destroy everything because I can. No, he's more of I'm going to kill half of everything to save the world,
Yeah, no. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. Yeah, no, I guess Thanos is kind of like an artistic character.
Yeah.
With a tragic background because like his planet died.
Yep.
How about you with this
Yeah,
whole?
I've not seen any of
Nope.
Sweet. How about okay? But how about like movies that you think?
For me, the Avengers is pretty to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the outfits and stuff like that. They're pretty decent to look at. But the movies themselves, even the score, doesn't get me.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. Black Panther's. I don't know. I consider Black Panther a kind of art, not on the same level as like Space Odyssey and Joker, which again are two different topics, but I think they're pretty up there in terms of how artistic they are.
Yeah.
Because Joker, talks about mental illness and all that, and then Space Odyssey is fucking Space Odyssey. I don't know how to describe
it gives you mental illness.
It gives you mental, yeah.
Oh my god!
It does, because at the end of it, you're like,
you really
what the hell did I just watch?
You really like that movie.
What is this thing? This baby? It's all gone backwards. What was all that about? And I'm thinking, yeah, cool, space station in space. And there's a bad computer that wants to stop Dave from doing everything.
Yeah.
And you got this like spinning space station all on his own and shit. I'll tell you what. One of the films that is art for me is Alien.
No, yeah, for sure.
With the H.R. Geiger stuff that we were talking about in the last podcast.
Yeah.
Or previous podcast. Should I say.
Yeah.
That art style, that's kind of art. That makes you watch the background more than the foreground.
Exactly.
It's like, oh shit.
Because there are times you can see it crawling around in the background.
Yeah.
It's like obviously it'd be blurred out, but you'd be like, there's a fucking tail.
Yeah. Oh no. There's a lot of activity if you're looking for it. I like that, and I do like films that there's a lot going on in the background that you don't pay attention to when you first watch it, and then when you rewatch it, it's like, oh shit, I didn't see that last time. I like that shit.
Yeah.
But again, that's not art. Art for me would be the Tim Burton films.
Yeah. That's like Sweeney Todd and that shit, right?
That would be Sweeney Todd. That would be Edward Scissorhands' art.
Yeah.
Totally art, because of the colour of the houses in the neighbourhood and the whole colour that he used and stuff like that.
Jesus.
You okay there, Gavin?
I don't know about was it Hollow? Sleepy Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Good film, but I don't think that was art. Sweeney Todd, don't think that was art. It was all very periodic.
Yeah.
It had a periodic style. It was a style, but not art. Whereas,
Sweeney Todd was the first musical I could stand.
And I was like, oh my god, Johnny Depp's singing and he can't sing. I went to go and see it at the cinema and I ended up walking out because it was an abomination. I watched it afterwards on DVD when it came out on DVD, and the story wasn't too bad. If you know that Sweeney Todd's story anyway, which, being British and that lot I do, you get
Is that a British thing?
brought up on it. I don't think Sweeney Todd was a British story, but it's like the Charles Dickens novels and shit.
Yep.
You hear about Sweeney Todd all the time.
I don't read.
The
So.
Bard.
You don't read.
I don't read, so I wouldn't know.
I pretend.
I pretend. I like to
Fair
look
enough,
at it.
Sean.
Yeah.
You're reading those pages really fast. Am I? Shit.
But yeah,
They're on to
Tim
me.
Burton stuff. He has he has a certain style that makes it look art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Going back to this little guy here, the original Godzilla movie. I'll get straight to the point, Gavin.
No, I forgot we were talking about that.
Yeah. So back to I'm talking about the original Godzilla. Every other Godzilla afterwards kind of, and in the original Godzilla series, it got less serious because originally Godzilla was conceived as a symbol of the horrors of nuclear warfare, and it was made by people who witnessed said destruction firsthand. Like, once again, it was made less than a decade after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And
There's a fun fact for you.
I didn't even fucking realize that until you just said it. The whole abominations of nuclear war.
yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, that's why Godzilla exists.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, so in the movie, Godzilla doesn't appear till like halfway in the movie, but he's not on the surface, it looks like your average B horror movie and it has the cheap effects, but it really works because it's low angle shots like Godzilla's actually there, like Steven Spielberg said in his interview on Godzilla. And he's scary, but even though he's scary and he destroys Japan, because for reasons, he's just an animal, basically like force of nature, like a hurricane or an earthquake. You can't exactly stop a hurricane or an earthquake. And he's also a somewhat sympathetic character because in the climax of a film where the main scientist, Dr. Serizawa, deploys the oxygen destroyer, which, as the name entails, it destroys the oxygen around it. Godzilla's just resting there just like any other ordinary animal, and he just dies by something that's potentially much more powerful than the atom bomb. So it has a very strong message underneath it.
See, I was going to say, how can you feel sympathetic for that when I felt sympathetic for King Kong in the 2005 movie?
Yeah.
When he was just like playing in the snow with this girl who was also like, probably still pretty terrified of a giant fucking gorilla was holding her, but still having fun at the same time. And then he started bombing his ass, and I'm like, he's playing in the snow! Don't bomb him!
But like, Godzilla... The entire story about Godzilla is that he's this dinosaur that was mutated by nuclear fallout and whatever. He didn't ask to be the monster that we know and love today, and that's why he took his aggression out on the people who made him into what he is. That's why he's so sympathetic in some way.
So, how do you think the King Kong versus Godzilla movie's going to go?
It's going to be a battle of the century, that's for sure, because, going back to Godzilla again, fun fact, I'm not sure if you ever heard of this movie. It's The Beast of 20,000 Fathoms. It was released like a year previous to the original Godzilla movie. And the monster was a stop-motion creation by Ray Harryhausen, who did a lot of stop-motion stuff for Jason and the Argonauts, the original Clash of the Titans, and...
freaking awesome film. Yeah,
it is a freaking awesome movie. And... Ray Harryhausen, Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, is reportedly a inspiration for the original Godzilla. And Ray Harryhausen learned to, do stop-motion animation from Willis O'Brien, who did the stop-motion for the original King Kong.
That is a pretty good fact. I like that.
I'm just now realizing how much I don't know about movies.
So without
drag
King
Isaac
Kong,
around.
we would have never have gotten Godzilla.
You'll be my pocket nerd for movies.
Yep.
Be like, 1 second, just pull you out, Isaac.
I'm kind of disturbed where you pulled him out from.
Yeah, back pocket, like my wallet, you know.
Your hammer space. Your friggin' hammer space. You just pulled me out.
My used prison wallet.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Why is it used?
I went to prison.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Interesting story.
This isn't actually the first time Godzilla and King Kong ever fought on the big screen, because the third Godzilla movie was King Kong versus Godzilla. And back in the day, Godzilla was still perceived as this bad guy before he became, this benevolent creature that fights for the Earth's protection. And King Kong, well, he's the lesser of two evils, basically. So the basic plot is a bunch of people want to get King Kong for a monetary gain or whatever, and they end up, the two monsters end up meeting at Mount Fuji, fight it out. It's really cheesy, but that's what makes most of the original Godzilla movies so enjoyable to watch. But yeah, this isn't the first fight between both Godzilla and King Kong.
Godzilla vs. King Kong, the new one, is going to pull what, Batman v Superman did and the new Teen Titans versus Teen Titans did.
Yeah.
It's going to be, they're going to fight each other. Oh, wait, look at that. Fight that. You saw War of the Monster? Which one was the newest Godzilla movie?
It's King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters, that one.
Yeah.
Great movie.
It is a good movie.
The ending.
Yep.
With the head.
Yeah, King Ghidorah's head, yeah.
Yeah. I fucking called that shit.
Yeah.
Because I went and saw it with my brother. I'm going to call it right now. Something is going to survive or go into hiding or somehow just make its way into King Kong vs. Godzilla. That way, they're not going to have one fight the other. Because King Kong's only had one movie. Yeah. Godzilla's had two, and there's no way a fucking monkey is going to kill Godzilla. I don't care how big or I haven't seen the new Kong, so I don't know how big he is. I imagine fucking huge.
Yeah, he's huge. Like, it's said in the movie that he's a juvenile, but he's still growing. So he could be...
Yikers.
Like, this high to Godzilla right around here?
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Who knows?
But Godzilla has fucking lasers.
Yeah.
Okay? Kong has his fists.
But he is far more intelligent and, can use weapons.
So, but they wouldn't have one kill the other.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that ending to King of the Monsters, I went, I fucking knew it! Because I saw the head was there and I go, somebody needs to pay me money for guessing that shit. They did it with Batman v Superman with whatever the fuck they fought.
Doomsday, yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I know it happened. And then the Teen Titans versus the original Teen Titans. The versus original guys, which they still fucked it up somehow. And they ended up fighting Raven's dad.
Oh, okay. Trigon.
What?
Trigon.
That's his name. I forgot. I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah.
I own the original. I own the box set for it. And then I just don't watch Go because fuck that show. Yeah.
But yeah, fun fact, in the original King Kong vs. Godzilla, King Kong wins, by the way.
Yes. I don't know if I can see, I hope he survives this next one, because I can't fucking watch him die again.
Of course.
Dude, that 2005 movie fucked me up. When I was younger, that movie fucked me up so bad.
Sean is just standing there like, what is going on? I don't know what we're talking about.
No, I haven't.
Fuck.
You honestly need to see some of these kaiju movies. They're awesome.
What?
Kaiju, that's the Japanese term for giant monster.
The more you know.
But it relatively translates to strange monster, but I just like to think it means giant monster.
Kaiju.
Yep. Also, fun fact, the Godzilla's original name, Gojira, is a combination of the Japanese words of gorilla and whale.
It's a weird baby.
It's not a whale, though.
I know.
Well, he lives in the ocean, which...
Yeah, that's fair.
And gorilla emphasizes his brute strength and whatnot.
Is that how he was made?
What about the lasers? Yeah,
where the fuck do the lasers... Oh, that's nuclear.
That's nuclear lasers.
Either that or one of those animals was hiding a fucking secret. Like, whales are either way more dangerous than we think, or gorillas are.
They're not overly friendly.
Well, they're not overly friendly, but they don't shoot
unless
lasers.
You're
don't quote me on that. They might. Fucking see a blue whale swim through the ocean, just fucking laser goes and hits a shark.
But yeah, What else is there to talk about Godzilla, in all honesty? If you guys have any questions about Godzilla, hit me up. I'm your local kaiju guy.
And apparently local general movie fact guy.
Yep.
And whatever the fuck you talked about earlier, guy. I can't remember.
Terminator guy.
Does this make him the guy? The dude.
No.
The dude.
No. Sean, no.
The dude.
Oh my
I
god.
was over there. I'd slap your wrist. No.
That was like your opinion, man.
What the fuck was that? Was that the dude?
Yeah.
That was the dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't you remember when he was in the bowling
I've never
alley?
seen
I hate you.
Just
I
throwing
stopped
movie
watching
quotes
crap
here and
ages ago.
Yeah.
I play crap now.
You play crap.
You
Yeah,
play
I
crap.
I don't watch crap. I play crap. I experience it for myself.
Oh, yeah, really quick, mister. I don't watch Star Wars anymore. Are you going to get Fallen Order?
It has to be one of those on the trophy hunting list. So eventually, yes.
I meant to ask you that earlier.
Yeah.
I was actually considering it being the December game because we get a game every month.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Death Stranding's coming out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask if you already
So
got
that's
one for
the
this month.
November game.
Yeah, he said it was going to be coming in today.
Oh, wait, the December game to be either Fallen Order or Outer Worlds.
Do Fallen Order. Outer Worlds is good, but I mean, I don't know.
I heard that,
it's totally your choice. Outer Worlds is. I mean, Outer Worlds, yeah.
Let's talk about Outer Worlds.
I don't want to talk about Outer Worlds.
Why?
Because I haven't even played the fucking game
I won't
yet.
spoil anything.
Okay.
No. Just your
I didn't even
opinion
finish
and
it yet.
stuff because obviously when the release date was on, it was the 25th, right? It was the 25th.
Around that.
Yeah, 25th of October.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a couple of days after my birthday, so I can get it. Which I tasked. And then you made that announcement on podcast that you were going to be getting it and you won't be here for the next one.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of cursed you.
Yeah.
Now you've had it for a bit,
Yeah.
and I've seen quite a few people streaming it and stuff like that, being a live streamer on Twitch, and there's nothing that they can say bad about this game.
No.
We want a report on our desk right now.
So, my only thing with Outer Worlds that I don't enjoy too much is the audio. To me, it might just be me, it might be my headphones, which I don't think, because everything else sounds normal. There's just, the audio, I don't want to say audio quality, just how they made, like, the gun sound is weird, and it sounds kind of low res. But, I mean, that would just be me being anal, I'm sure. But other than that, gameplay, solid, feels like New Vegas. Which really the only thing I can feel like I can compare it to. The character creation's a little not really here or there because you don't really see your character. You don't. I mean, you see them in your inventory. There's no third person in the game. From how far I've gotten so far, the story's good. And my favorite thing though has been the character interactions with each other. They feel a lot more natural.
Apparently that's what it's built on.
Yeah. It is very much built on... It's like if Mass Effect, Bioshock's art style, and Fallout's gameplay just had sex. They had Mass Effect sex.
A lot of sex.
Yeah.
You just had to put that in our heads, huh?
Massive sex.
Miranda sex.
That was all Tolly, dude. Anyways.
Of course you were.
No, the character-to-character interactions are really good. You have this one companion called Parvati, and I think just her... And everybody has a personal quest. It's the thing to give your companion. So that way it builds their character more.
Right.
And her I'm not going to say anything about it, but hers is very compelling. It's very believable. It's very grounded. And I don't know. I really enjoy it.
Does that mean say that the rest of it isn't very believable? Or...
Well, no, that's not what I was saying. I mean, like, it's very personal storytelling.
Okay.
It's something you can get really engaged in. Like, don't get me wrong, the rest of the game is really engaging. But, like,
So they can engage you in the story of, their stories, the narrative?
Yeah. Instead of just getting, invested in the main quest.
Right.
And then, side quests just kind of being there.
Yeah.
I have found myself actually paying attention to side quests, especially like Parvati stuff.
And it definitely makes you want to get more and more. So let's go and do what you want me to do.
Yeah, and I'm having a really hard time, like, just ordering the stuff I want to do. Because, like, I was doing the main quest, and I'm like, I should probably work on these side quests. I start doing that, and I get Parvati's mission, and I go, okay, let's do that. And I got so sucked into it, I'm like, shit, I need to do other quests before I go any farther. And I just recently got my third companion.
Okay.
The second guy isn't too special. I fucking hate him. I also haven't done his thing, though, so who knows. The third guy that I picked up is very... I don't know how to explain him. He's very out there. He's kind of like... He assaults people.
Uh-huh.
That's his whole thing.
Interesting.
But by far, Parvati and her story are like my favorite fucking thing so far. So gunplay is really nice too.
Okay. Cool.
Gunplay is really nice. Very limited weapons. Most of them are melee weapons, but there are like shotguns and pistols and assault rifles. But they're futurized in a way. There's plasma rifles.
Yep.
I'm neither here nor there on those because you have to like hold down the fire to actually charge it. You can't.
Well, that's a laser or a plasma gun for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
that's usually the way it is because you're building up energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that I think about it, no,
it's not so much like a Star Wars blaster.
Yeah,
you pull the trigger and out goes a great big laser bolt.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
it's a little bit more believable. Like you say, you have to charge the energy and then release it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just obliterates everything in its way.
Yeah.
So does it have? Is it like overkill on gunplay, or is it overkill on story? Or
I think it's pretty balanced on all of it. The world that you start out on is just fucking just gorgeous. Okay. Just the plant life, not really so much the wildlife, because there's not a lot that doesn't want to kill you. So it's kind of hard to just kind of
everything wants to
when they're trying to fuck you.
Sounds a bit like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky is pretty worlds, and then the creatures are like.
So the creatures are cool looking. Don't get me wrong. In Outer Worlds, they're really cool looking, but they're trying to kill us. Fucking. And then there's this like hub ship that you go to. I forget what it's called. But it's basically like you go in and walk through the door and you're just hit with like cyberpunk feeling.
Yeah. And
it's like there's just so much neon and businesses and people walking around and talking. It's like a living, breathing ship almost. And it's just like, I'm a sucker for cyberpunk shit. So when I saw that, I'm like, I found my new home. And you can go to the bar with your followers and just like shoot the shit with them. It's like, oh my god, it's so cool.
So you can get a break from everything.
Yeah.
You can legit go to the bar and have a break.
Cool.
Which is cool as shit.
How many hours do you think you've invested in it already?
It's hard to say without Steam's fucking tracking thing. I would say probably around 35-ish.
Okay.
Which isn't like horribly a lot, but like it's enough to like,
And how much is that spent doing nothing and hanging out at the bar, or just
bullshit with NPCs?
Yeah, or taking in the scenery and stuff.
Yeah.
Being taken away by that and not the game itself.
11 or 12 hours.
Wow.
The first world, like, it's an ugly ass world, but it's like really good looking at the same time.
Really?
It's meant to be an ugly looking world.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say anything because I want you to figure out for yourself.
Okay.
But there's a reason it looks the way it does, and then once you figure it out, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And I haven't been to any of the other worlds yet. Like, there's your starter world and there's the hub ship. I really didn't get past the hub ship.
Of course you didn't.
Because I'm like, oh, look at all this cyberpunk shit. And I played 35 hours. Let's just get that straight.
Yep.
A lot of that's side questing too, which is a lot of them are on that planet.
Right.
Yeah, and the main story I heard it's not a full length like 60 hour. So, like, single-player games nowadays are setting the bar for, like, these insane amount of hours. Like, Death Stranding is out-fucking-rageous, I've heard.
200 and somewhat hours.
Yeah.
Which is how Hackun did that.
Yeah.
Obviously without a guide.
Yeah.
No one's played it yet to make a guide. He did vow, though, he's not the first one to get the copy.
Oh, he's not the first guy?
He's not the first person to get a copy.
I imagine the cast would get one.
Yeah, same.
So.
Yeah. And Kojima,
Of course, the big
That's
man
his.
himself. It's his baby.
But no, the voice acting is really well done too.
Cool.
Because it was revealed a while ago that Bethesda, for their voice acting for their Fallout and Skyrim games, give the actors their voice lines in alphabetical order, and there's not another person voicing the unvoiced guy that you play as. Fallout 4 obviously was different. There was a voice protagonist. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But they give them their lines in alphabetical order, so they have to search through and find the one they need to do. And then they record it, and that's why they sound so fucking monotone and just dead, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah. Whereas in Outer Worlds, there's somebody was saying something like they have somebody read the unvoiced guy, and they have the script in order, so that way the conversation feels fluid and realistic, and it does. So I believe that they would do that. And so Outer Worlds was being made before Microsoft purchased Obsidian. So it's not a AAA game by any means.
Yep.
Although it has the AAA price tag, which I think it's worth it.
A lot of people have said good things about it.
Yeah.
That's just it. I haven't found anybody saying anything bad about
bet
it.
Bethesda's fucking pissed.
Probably.
Damn you, Obsidian!
Because they released Fallout first around the same time that released.
Well, let's face it though, Obsidian hadn't done anything in a long time, so...
Like, they do the Pillars of Eternity, but really, like, what do you hear about that? Like...
Is the Pillars of what?
Exactly.
Hey!
What? Is that a game?
I've never heard of it. Is it Call of Duty?
Is that the next
Is it
Call of
DLC
Duty?
of Call of Duty? Or is it in Fortnite?
Oh, God.
that would be the one.
Oh, my God.
Segue. Speaking of Fortnite.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of hours... Okay, I'll let you go first.
Go.
Okay, so I came across this article where China is apparently imposing a curfew on online gaming for minors.
That was one of my fucking things I wrote down.
In what is it? What? Hey?
So, the gamers under 18 will be banned from playing online between 10 o'clock, something like that, till 8
10 o'clock at
a.m.
night to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Anybody under 18 is not allowed to
10
game.
o'clock at night till 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're only allowed 90 minutes during the day to play video
So
games.
it's alright. The way I heard that was that they aren't allowed to play games from 10 o'clock at night till 8.
Till 8 p.m. Till 8 a.m. So 10 o'clock at night...
You should be technically in fucking bed.
Well, yeah, but like...
If it was 10 a.m. to 8 o'clock at night, that's understandable.
Do you want to know why they did that?
Yeah.
It's because of something happened in Thailand recently.
Ooh. Missile launch.
No.
Okay.
A teen died at his computer after gaming for 30-something hours straight.
Damn.
His parents were bringing meals and food up to the room, just fucking enabling him, asking him to stop gaming, and he fucking ended up dying from like a stroke or something. And he was 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he heavy?
No, he was in Thailand. They're not really known for being...
No, they're not. No. I suppose not. It's not the first time I heard something like that, though. That's, again, goes back to one of our podcasts, the young lass that was doing World of Warcraft when it first came out. And she died.
Yeah.
And I remember somewhere a guy at a internet cafe or something like that was playing this MMORPG for more than several hours straight, and then he straight up died right there.
What are they dying from?
Oh, man. I mean, we're pretty much gamers right now, but I don't think I would stand to play games like that for 24 hours straight,
Dude, I've done it 48 hours easy.
Yeah, but did you get up and walk around?
Well, I had to because I need to go for a pee and fag.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he doesn't probably piss and smoke.
He just pisses in one of those Gatorade bottles.
I know what you meant. That caught me off guard. You calling it that. I forget that that's what it's called over there.
Fag.
Yeah. I forget that's what it's called.
He's
I've got nothing wrong with the word.
No.
It just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But,
What?
Yeah, no, he. I'm assuming he was just pissing in bottles, but they said that he would, draw his curtains at night and then open up
So he got up.
Oh yeah, I get getting up and walking 2 steps, closing out and walking back.
Well, you got to go for a pisser as well.
I'm sure he had bottles.
Yeah.
What about a shit?
He probably had
That's
a bag.
probably how he died.
He probably had a porta potty or something.
Dysentery.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But no, they did an autopsy and he died.
What game?
They said battle games.
Battle games. I guess it's a Thailand sort of game.
So your guess is good as mine. 17-year-old in 2019, Fortnite,
Or League of Legends.
or League of Legends, or Dota,
Yeah.
or
Or
there could be a lot of games.
Dota 2.
And it might actually say it was a PC game.
Yep.
That's all I know.
Okay, that's not Fortnite then.
No.
Fortnite's on PC.
Yeah, but I thought you meant PC only, sorry.
Oh.
That's League of Legends, isn't it? League of Legends is PC
Yeah.
only. What else is PC only that would do that?
I don't know.
Dota is PlayStation 4 as well.
Yeah.
But the autopsy said that he suffered a stroke, which they believe was caused by playing the computer constantly through the night.
Yeah.
How does that cause a stroke?
Blood clotting,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know what causes a stroke, period. So
How does playing games...
I just know half your
We're
body
not
gives
medical
up.
professionals right now.
Yeah, a stroke is when your left-hand side goes.
Yeah.
Is it left or can be either one?
No, it's one side, I believe.
Oh no, it's the left one. Because I always heard your left arm goes numb, and then it's like...
Yeah, and then it goes straight to the heart. Because
Mhm.
it goes round left to right, or is it
Yeah.
right to right, left?
Fucking
No. We need to get a stroke specialist. Or
Yeah,
expert.
Yeah, we need...
Isaac, you must be a stroke.
Yeah, you're
I'm
an expert on a
not.
few other things. Why don't
No,
you add this to
I'm
your
not a
resume?
medical professional.
Fair. Let's go
I'm
down to
a-
FMC real quick.
If you actually related it to Godzilla, he might be able to do it.
If we somehow phrase this as a Godzilla question, would you know?
I hate you.
I guess that's a no.
I guess that's a no. Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah.
strong fucking no, Isaac.
Yes, that is a very strong no. I mean, I have no experience at all with strokes or anything like that. I mean, I know a couple of people
I know
that...
how to stroke.
like, God damn it,
It
Sean.
took me a second. I didn't think about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he's making a joke about masturbating.
Maybe.
and
Maybe.
No, that was an innocent one. I was like, stroke.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hang on.
That'd be Godzilla. He has to take it away. That's kind of disturbing. Isaac.
I don't like how much stroking is going on in the room right now. No.
Stroke the Godzilla head.
Oh, God.
Speaking about gaming.
Yep.
We're not.
That's the entire point of this podcast.
So far, it hasn't been.
Well, no, the kid that died.
Yeah.
He was gaming.
That's just the start of it, really.
Yeah.
Almost.
The popular FaZe member. You guys know who FaZe is. The FaZe clan. Call of Duty. No
Unfortunately,
fucking way
no.
do you not know. Do you know? Alright, cool. Well, there's this gaming clan called FaZe, and they mostly stick to Call of Duty.
Of course.
There's this one kid, his name is FaZe Jarvis. He was banned for life from Fortnite for using aimbot.
Oh.
And he got pissed.
Damn.
Along with a couple other FaZe members and his mom.
Oh.
They all got pissed and were saying that he should be unbanned. And apparently a bunch of gamers are mad too. It's like, you cheat, you get banned.
Yeah.
Especially on a game like Fortnite.
I saw that. I saw that article.
Yeah?
Actually,
Yeah,
where he got banned
same.
from Fortnite. Yeah, what's that on Twitch? I think no, Twitter.
Look at his face.
Oh, dear God!
Imagine being that upset from that bullshit. It's like,
It's just a game, dude.
I know. Yeah,
It's
right.
just a game.
It's just a game,
Grow the
bro.
fuck
It's
up,
just
get
a
a
prank,
job,
bro.
We're gonna get slayed and sued by him now.
Oh, God.
He's gonna make nothing on us.
I'll be like, hey
Yeah.
Sean,
We
I
make
think this was
nothing.
meant for you. Something about a FaZe lawsuit.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool.
No, it will be mailed to all of us. Like, hey, I got something from FaZe. I wonder
Well,
what this is about.
you can send anything to the variety shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just be like, huh, cool. Roll
Yeah,
reversed over
it's
this.
the variety shift's problem. Okay.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it free stuff? Free lawsuit? No.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That sounds like it's going to be expensive.
Well, my daughter, she's a lawyer, so, you know.
No.
Fuck, there you go. Never mind. We can take them.
Being in The Hague, fighting international shit, she could probably fight off FaZe.
We should probably just get her number on speed dial.
No.
Oh my god, this chair turns?
You only just realised that.
Like, what? The past 2 podcasts you didn't know that
Your
chair could
turns
turn?
as well.
Oh, it does? No, it doesn't. You son of a bitch.
I looked, I'm like, he's in a
It's a
fucking...
solid wooden chair.
I'm like, I was thinking, like, Sean, you just broke it. I'm like, you
I
broke your
fucking
own
hate
chair.
you, Sean.
No, yeah, if you
Dude,
did,
did you
I'd be
hear
like,
it crack?
Yeah, probably, yeah, it doesn't
You
matter.
fucking son of a bitch. And I fell for it too.
It is a good job you didn't actually literally fall.
Can I say really quick that
Yeah.
while I was reading that article about that kid that had a stroke at his computer, a suggested article, which I thought was fucking hilarious, that was suggested from this article, was a 24-hour long gaming event for charity. I'm like, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't play games for 24 hours.
Yeah, instead of
Please
like,
play a
funeral
game for
services.
24 hours.
It's how expensive funeral services are. I know.
Yeah.
We'll go for this 24-hour
For charity.
gaming machine.
It's for charity, so
it's
okay.
probably for him.
Oh my god.
That would be super ironic.
Yeah.
That would be so ironic. Like,
We dedicate this 24-hour challenge to
the stroke victim.
Oh.
Mr. Stroke.
Some Taiwanese name. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
But anyway, it's like, so this guy died of stroke. Now we're going to we're going to limit game time for all the minors. And then there's this other article. We're going to play games for 24 hours for this guy that died.
Yeah, but okay, so going back to the embargo on gaming time over there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, what kind of games are these minors playing?
I would
Or
I would assume a lot of first-person shooters and MMOs.
which are all M?
MMORPG.
No, which are all mature.
That's what I fucking love. Is these parents freaking out about their kids playing Call of Duty. You bought it for them. It's an M-rated game. Well, maybe not called... I can't remember if it's rated T or M. I think it's...
No, it's
That's M.
I think, yeah, this new one, it's for sure M.
Yeah.
I think probably all of them
A lot
are.
of them are.
But it's like, guess who bought that game for them?
Your
You did.
Yeah.
Dipshit.
You're responsible for his death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't... Oh.
That's kind of harsh, isn't
wow.
That's kinda harsh.
Holy shit,
kinda
Sean.
Oh.
Damn.
It's getting a little... I think it's getting a little warmer here. That was a
Sean
little-
does not give a fuck.
Again, that one took a second for me to register because I started saying something else and it hit me.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, sorry,
Sean.
that was probably a bit harsh.
Yeah, that was.
I mean,
I'm
harsh.
you're
sure they're
not-
feeling pretty bad.
You're not wrong, per se, but like, that was...
That
it
was
just caught me off
cold.
guard because of
It's
how...
actually reality.
That was so cold.
It's just out of the blue.
I'm a pretty
Yeah.
cold person. I'm a pretty cold person.
Is it
Moses.
because
Yep.
you're British?
Eating some Whoppers.
Is it because you're British?
It might be because I'm British because we don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
One of my friends
We're
was
a bit
talking me
upfront and
about to the podcast, and they're like, I really like that guy's British accent. And
Yep.
I go, he fakes it pretty well, huh?
yeah,
They're like,
you should hear my real accent.
dude, that fucked with them so bad. They're like, he's faking it? And I go, no. No. But I'm like, I had to say it. But yeah, somebody really likes your British accent.
Yeah.
Cool.
I go, it adds a level of sophistication.
Talking about accents, I got a friend on my live stream, Reform the Mind. And I just want, sort of shout out to Reform the Mind. He's a good guy. He catch my stream after I caught his stream, and he's an Indian guy in England,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't have an Indian accent or anything like that. And he's chatting to me, and I'm chatting to him about the when I found out he was Indian, because I had no idea.
Mm.
And I said, "Oh, do you do the head wobble?" And he goes, "No."
Oh my god. Are
He
you
goes-
seriously
he-
talking about this, Sean?
Yeah. He goes, no, I don't. That's more of a Sikh thing. And I'm like, okay, is it like a respect thing? And he's like, yeah, I think so. So I said, okay, well, I make my daughter laugh because I'll talk with the Indian accent and I'll wobble my head. And
Oh my God.
she now works professionally at The Hague with these Indian ladies, and she cannot stop laughing They don't head wobble, but she's waiting for it, you know?
She's waiting for
Because the Indian accent's there. So, obviously I implanted that sort of thing. Anyway, I said to him, I can do the head wobble and I can do the Indian accent. And he goes, all right, next time I'm on your stream, man, I'm going to jump on there and I want you to do the head wobble and I want you to do the Indian accent. I did. He goes, oh my God, you did it so much better than I thought you did. And he's laughing like shit for hours. Well, not hours, but a long time. And he says, I'm still laughing. And I went in the Indian call center.
Oh my God. Have you ever thought about scamming?
Scamming? I've been doing scamming for a long time, thank you, sir.
I think you called me the other day. Something about a credit report.
You don't even have a credit report.
The credit is still good, sir.
My credit's shit, sir.
Very good.
Oh my God. Fucking head bobble.
Yeah, Sean is really good with the Indian accent and the head bobble.
So, really quick, changing gears like fucking drastically.
Yeah.
I remember, I meant to talk about this earlier when we were talking about the Halloween podcast.
Yeah.
Is I actually have something to throw in there.
Okay.
And it's about The Witcher.
Yep.
TV show that's coming out
Oh
on
yeah. I almost forgot about that.
Netflix. So apparently they're gonna make it be more of a horror show
Okay.
than anything about fighting monsters or action.
Okay.
Which kind of pisses me off. In the fact that Witchers are in existence because of monsters. So it just kind of throws me off. Like, what the fuck is Geralt even going to be there for?
It's like supernatural, isn't it? It should have made it like supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're badass at doing what they do, but they're not badass.
Yeah.
They're not.
Who, Witchers?
No, the guys, the two brothers in Supernatural. Have you ever seen it?
Winchester
Supernatural. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, no.
It's exactly that kind of thing. They're like witch hunters type thing, or demon hunters, or whatever. That's exactly what Garrow is.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard it's a good show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they should have done it on that kind of lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean Garrett's got to be an ignorant bastard.
And you know what?
Because you have to be for that job.
So the guy who's playing Geralt is the guy who played Superman in Batman v Superman and Man of Steel.
Interesting.
Never seen it.
And you're not missing much.
Okay.
And I thought he was gonna fuck it up because I know how he sounds. Geralt sounds a certain kind of way. Like you've heard.
It's
Geralt.
kind of rough.
Yeah, grizzled and rough, and just kind of dejected. Because the mutations take away his emotions.
Yeah.
Kind of. He likes to have sex still.
Yeah, he does.
Like a lot. And but no,
with that witchy chick.
Yennefer.
Yeah, Jennifer. Mm.
And Triss.
She's on my Christmas list.
Oh my god.
Dude, same. No, same. I can't even make fun of you for that. Same.
Forget the posters of the lady with the tennis ball and the tennis, and the short skirt and shit. Jennifer.
Yeah.
Even clothed is fine.
Yeah, even clothed. It's just like, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I love how you're just flexing your muscles.
Look at that way.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
I think I'm okay with it being more horror centered. But that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about his voice.
Yeah.
But in the newest trailer they released like a week ago, he was talking in it, and he actually does a pretty good fucking job.
Okay.
Like, I didn't think he'd be that good. I was prepared to be let down. But, and there's a couple things that I wanted to bitch about, but then I'm like, oh wait, it's more so based off the books, not the games.
Yeah.
So, but even then, monsters, still. Yeah. You think Netflix doing this, you think they'd have a better budget for CG. So, have you played a Witcher game?
Oh yeah, I got Witcher 3.
Okay, cool. So when you drink like Thunderbolt or Swallow, and his face just kind of gets all veiny and dark and gross and shit?
I don't think I got that far.
It's just something you drink. Like, you can make...
The only time he's gone to drink is when he gets into that first little village and then orders a couple of drinks and then asks a few questions about Yennefer or the witch.
Yeah.
And then they start like turning on him, and then you have this bar fight, and you end up chopping people's heads off.
You need to play more.
That's as far as I got, and I found Yennefer, but that's it.
You need to play more, Sean.
It's a long game, and I've got lots of more trophies to find.
Yep.
It's a really long fucking game.
Yeah. Totally worth it though. Yeah. It looks stunning. I mean, that's one of those games that you'll spend time looking at the scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me with Truck Driver, it's like, whoa, look at that, it's alright.
DLCs are, oh my god, the Blood and Wine DLC. You think the base game looks good? Oh.
Is there any blood and wine in it?
Yes. Lots.
Nice.
Red rum.
It lives up to its name, weirdly enough.
Red rum.
Considering the place where you go is known for making wine.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Vineyards fucking everywhere. And then there's, of course, a lot of blood. Yeah.
Really?
2 seconds in, yeah, I'm not even gonna... You have it on PlayStation, I'm assuming?
I do.
Yeah, so you have the complete edition with, like...
Yes and no. Yes and no. It is like a special edition or collector's edition or something like that, but it came out way before the DLC.
Oh.
So I have I believe, grandfather rights to it.
Oh. Well, you should get those DLCs.
Use.
Yes.
And they've been on a fairly decent price on PlayStation Store at the moment. I see it going up and down all the time, and I'm like, I'm not even playing it yet. I just bought ESO Plus, so...
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about that a while back, and no, I was talking with another friend. It might have been you, but...
No, you were talking about it a while back, and I was saying that I was going to start introducing it in my stream as a Wednesday game, so I played it yesterday.
Oh yeah, today's Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Didn't want to do it Friday.
I didn't want to do it tomorrow because I have Death Stranding, and fuck you guys.
I have it.
Well, yeah, so you should...
So, fuck you too. Yeah, alright, yeah.
Well, he doesn't have
Isaac, fuck you.
So,
hey.
double fuck you because you don't have it.
Why am I always
play it?
Why am I always getting picked on this stream?
You can watch us stream it.
You watch him stream it, not me.
That is true.
Yeah. Because this is what you could have, but you can't.
Shut up. I hate you.
Almost there.
Shut up.
Oh, wait, no, it's not an Xbox.
I'm going to fucking murder your ass, Gavin.
Ooh. What about, talking about exclusives just for a second?
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human is coming out for the PC.
Ooh.
That was another thing, because I heard you talking about it when you were talking about, you talk to friends and they've never heard of games. Cause I'm like, I wonder if he knows Detroit's coming to PC.
Yeah.
Along with Heavy Rain.
Well, yeah, that's done by the same people.
Yeah. Quantic Dreams?
Quantic Dreams, yeah.
Yeah. That's my computer won't be able to run it, so I don't care. I own
That's
a PlayStation,
unfortunate.
so I don't care.
Yeah, I would actually say that it probably will demand quite a bit from the graphics card and processor, because there's a lot of really nice detail in it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite a few people, my friends on Twitter, are really, really excited that it's coming out for the PC. And he's like, one of my friends tweeted, I need this game in my life on my PC. And I'm thinking,
chill out, dude.
Yes, you do, because this is a fantastic game.
Get a PlayStation.
Well, now that you mention it, I saw this article that apparently on the Black Friday event will have
we were
the
looking at that
PlayStation 4 $100 off.
Yeah.
So it's like almost $200 now.
Yeah.
If it's $400 off, it'll be like $100.
Well, this is the PlayStation 4 that has the God of War bundle and numerous other games on it.
Do it.
I'll think about it.
Do it, play it, and then come back to us.
Yeah.
We'll accept you.
God of War is one of those exclusives as well, right?
Yeah.
And
Freaking awesome game.
Maybe you can actually play Last of Us this time.
Yeah, that would be an experience.
Fuck you too, Sean.
For being a PlayStation exclusive, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
You get the whole Uncharted series. Oh, my God.
My God. My friend Hannah, not my girlfriend Hannah, my friend Hannah loves the Uncharted series so much.
They are so good. I mean, Uncharted is just witty. It's fun action.
Yeah.
Even the multiplayer, when the servers were open, because they've recently closed.
Yeah.
Especially on PlayStation 3. I don't know about PS4.
I think they're still open.
But I don't think there's many multiplayer servers on PS4. Well, I don't think there's any multiplayer stuff on PS4 with the Uncharted stuff. I don't know about
Uncharted
Lost Legacy, but...
wasn't there a recent Uncharted that just came out?
Well, I know that, that was Lost Legacy.
Yeah, so that one probably...
That's the only one that I don't really know of, because Uncharted 4 and the Drake collection don't. As far as I'm aware. I might be completely wrong. But on the PS3, the multiplayer was fun. It was fun. There was a bunch of cheaters, of course, but it's still when you nailed them, you nailed them.
FaZe Jarvis.
It was funny. Yeah,
Sorry.
We'll have that lawsuit.
No.
Yeah.
But no, there are so many good exclusives on the PlayStation, and I'm sure that Xbox has as well.
Yeah.
Like Gears and
Halo.
That's about it.
That is probably about it, actually. Isn't it?
Forza, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Forza.
Forza. No, that's the only one I would want.
Yeah.
Forza, because that looked badass. The latest one. We got the Need for Speed Heat coming out. That's going to be a badass.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, PlayStation's got them beat in terms of exclusives.
They have at the moment. Yeah, they have.
They just keep pumping that shit out. Exclusives.
I'm happy with that.
Oh man.
I'm happy with that.
Don't get me wrong, Halo will always, have a place in my gaming heart.
Yep.
Fuck Xbox.
Oh, fuck you too.
Hey man, you can always, come and join the good guys over here in PlayStation.
There's no one next to you.
Shut up. Talk about PlayStation in general, Sean. You're supposed to back me up.
No. If there was a camera right there, he would just replace the green screen with a bunch of PS4 games.
Is mate.
Yeah, we just put
Put
a green.
Gavin.
Yeah, green screen something here. Well, it doesn't really matter right now, but
I could green screen Jennifer.
I'd just be like,
Make
this-
Gavin jealous.
I'd be like,
multiple Jennifers.
have my arm around her, be like, yeah, what's up, guys? My girlfriend.
You are so pathetic that you
That's where
can't get a
wanna be
real
caught-
life
That's where you want to
girlfriend.
be caught on the camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this hot chick.
Oh yeah. green screen.
It's not green screen. She's real. Just don't ask her to make any facial expressions, or talk, or
Or
breathe.
anything.
Or jack me off or whatever.
Really?
We were talking about normal shit.
Wow.
We were talking and breathing and just normal shit. Isaac just has to come in with that.
That's obviously his normal shit.
Yeah, I guess. Just talking about that
I
stroking
mean,
thing.
that's twice he's gone to that.
No Nut November doing
Twice
well
he's
for
gone
you,
to
or
that.
what?
Huh?
No Nut November not going well for you, or what?
What does that mean?
No, not November.
What does it sound like?
Not gonna comment on that.
It's smart thing.
Probably, yeah, because you know.
Anyway.
Because he knows and he failed.
Haha. Let's
Not
see.
November.
I didn't come up with it. It's just a thing on the internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a silly meme thing that I'd never understand what memes are.
I know
Yeah,
what
sure.
Gavin is
Yeah.
talking about.
See, he knows.
Yeah,
Because I actually have Twitter and I go through some of these art pieces that have Naughty November, hashtag whatever.
Naughty November.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but
I
Okay.
thought I heard Gavin say not November.
No Nut November.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to say that, but
I was talking about. I was thinking about something completely different.
Oh, really quick, can we talk about titling the podcast?
Oh yeah.
Can we start doing that?
Are you talking about titling
Well,
like?
you would have to talk about something specific.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. Like, fuck, what have we talked about?
Well, we
this
do
one?
we do title it then. It's episode 1.
Well, yeah, but no, like, do like, smart ass. Do like,
That's true.
like,
It's natural. Everything is satisfaction.
Go on, Gavin.
like in the title, do like, Dark Fate review.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the Variety Shift. We'll be talking about Dark Fate.
No.
And a
then
bunch
you-
of other
eventually
random
completely-
subjects.
You could be completely on some subjects, and you won't even talk about Dark Fate.
Damn it! Shut up. No. You put like Dark Fate, Godzilla, fucking
Yeah, can you imagine how long that title was going to be?
Yeah.
FaZe Jarvis. ...
No.
Okay, maybe don't put him in the title.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
take some of the big things we talked about. Just be
Yeah.
like blank, 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 and more.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll
title.
think about
blank,
that.
Blank, blank, and more.
Yeah, do that even.
Blank.
Yeah, we'll be more creative with our episode titles as well.
Just that way, because like if somebody's googling or like on YouTube going like,
I want to
FaZe
talk
Jarvis
about
talking
Godzilla.
Oh God, no! That'll be him talking. Yeah, that's so
Yep.
he'll be looking
That'll be
at
like
people-
Death Stranding. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, put Death Stranding in the title.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though we really didn't talk about it that much.
Shut up.
Yeah, we didn't really
They don't
talk
even know
about
that
it that
till they listen.
much.
So you talk about this one as Dark Fate.
Death Stranding hype, Outer Worlds review.
Dead Fate.
Huh?
Dead Fate, because I mean
Dead
it didn't do
Dead
very well, did it?
Fate.
Let's go nickname it Dead Fate.
Definitely had a Dark Fate. Shit, there's one for me now.
Yep.
You need to start instilling punishments for that.
Wow.
What kind
It is
of
so
punishments,
hilarious that
Lashings.
it is. I'm gonna smack you in the face,
Lashings of ice
Gavin.
cream. Lashings of pudding.
It is so ironic that
No.
I was the one who.
Gavin.
It is so ironic. I made the first ever pun on this podcast, and everybody's like, now it's very contagious to everybody, apparently.
That's Pun City.
Sean had to do one 5 seconds into the fucking podcast.
Yep. And then you had to.
That was an accidental
That's 'cause I
one.
haven't seen it for a while.
So you immediately do a fucking pun.
Yeah.
Well, it had been stored up forever.
It's like, hey Gavin, here's a pun.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Can you follow
my
that?
God.
I guess not. So, Gavin, what have you been playing recently, apart from Outer Worlds?
Skyrim, Team Fortress. That's about fucking it, really.
Have you been recording more?
I can't find shit that works.
Oh.
I mean, what I'm thinking of doing is just to get some fucking content until I maybe eventually get this gaming PC built.
Yeah.
Is record the gameplay on PlayStation, but record my audio on Audacity.
Yep.
But like my desk would be so fucking cluttered at that point because I have, the old CEO's old desk in my room.
All right.
So like,
Wow.
it's kind of a smaller.
That's quite a desk.
That thing was a pain in the ass to get from where we work all the way to my house, inside my fucking door,
Wow.
inside my room.
That's a thick, heavy,
But it's nice as fuck, dude.
Oh,
It's
sure.
nice as fuck.
shiny and everything.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I keep that bitch clean.
Yeah.
It's an executive desk.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice.
Very nice, Gavin.
I listened to I went to Phoenix with my aunt one day. She threw on a podcast about belts versus suspenders. And I'm like,
Really?
this is the shit you listen to? Fuck.
So, what was better, out of belts or suspenders?
Suspenders.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
God.
suspenders actually hold it up. Belts just... The belts are belts. Suspenders hold your pants up because they're over your shoulders,
Oh, you're talking about those suspenders?
Yeah, suspenders.
Not-
What do you think I was talking about?
Lingerie suspenders. Sorry, because we don't call them suspenders, we call them braces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, you learn something new
You
every
knew what I
day.
was talking about, right?
Yes, I knew
Okay.
exactly what you were
Well,
talking
as
about
soon
with
as you were
suspenders.
doing this, going over your shoulders, then I was like, oh, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. You're talking
Yeah,
about
we're not
braces.
talking about what you were thinking.
Not suspenders.
You didn't think
Suspenders, I'm
that'd be,
thinking...
You didn't think that'd be weird comparing belts to suspenders?
Yeah, I should have thought about that. I should have thought about that. I was like, okay.
One goes on your leg.
Yes. Well, it kind of goes down, yeah.
Well, down,
Yeah.
yeah, but it goes. It's
Yeah.
on your leg.
Yeah. The other
And
one
the other
goes
one is-
around your body,
Around, yeah.
and the other one goes up your body and down your body.
One's meant to be taken off. One's meant to help hold shit on.
Yeah.
No, they're supposed to both hold shit
Well,
on.
yeah, but like eventually, like, the other
they,
ones.
they all get taken off.
Yeah, but like the suspenders that you're thinking of get
Yeah.
taken off pretty quickly
Fast.
after. They get taken off quickly.
No, I'm going to take my belt off. No, you keep that on. No. I got these suspenders right. Get them off.
Right. there you
Get
go.
them off.
Get him off.
But see, like those get taken off quickly and efficiently, and pretty soon after they're put on. Usually,
I find this kind of ironic that you were talking about that you were listening to this podcast of suspenders and belts.
Yep.
What we're just doing now, we just turned it into suspenders and belts.
God damn it!
Damn it, Gavin. We're just promoting
We're not
another
arguing
podcast.
about which one's better, though.
Because
like, there's 2 hours in this guy talking about suspenders and fucking belts and the history
Yeah.
of them. And I'm just sitting in the car going,
Into history. Oh dear.
please kill me.
There's probably books on it as well. And
Yeah.
documentaries.
There's books about everything,
If there
Sean.
is, I don't give 2 shits. I don't want to hear everything. As long as 2 hours of my goddamn life.
Yeah, I bet.
Just put a pill on its head and let it die.
Like in Joker.
Yep.
Don't say anything else.
Yeah.
Just, I didn't know where you were going with that, but I didn't want you to spoil anything.
No, let's not do that. Because that might be one film I might go and watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. I'm like,
Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should honestly see the Joker. It's a great
You'll know
movie.
instantly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I've been told that it's good.
It's great.
So many times. and
It's
I think
art.
Kat wants to see it.
Yep. What would have to be your favorite part from a movie?
the bit where the person
Fair
dies.
enough, Gavin.
Yeah, the bit where stuff happens.
Yeah.
The bit where stuff happens. Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
So,
Ask me again after Sean sees it.
Yeah.
My favorite part is the credits.
That's my joke.
Oh, the start.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're talking about
The intro.
There wasn't a post-credit scene to Joker, was there?
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
See, that's why it's my favorite piece. I've never seen it yet. I remember the Batman Begins intro or opening scene was freaking awesome. Putting IMAX to the test with that open skyline and shit, and then all that crap going across the skyscraper roofs, and then breaking into the bank, and then it pans out, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's, and it was done on IMAX screen.
The fuck was that?
5 hours.
Oh, 5 hours, damn.
No, 5 minutes.
I think we talk about a lot more than we normally do within 2 hours. Because
Yeah.
I was looking at the time and I go, fuck, really?
Yeah.
I found myself doing that a lot. I'm like, wow, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah. I mean, I find myself talking about Thanos and Godzilla and shit, and it's like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm like, really?
It was like an hour when you were talking about that. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you went on along.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even that he went on that long about it. It's like, it didn't seem... I thought more time had passed.
Yeah, exactly.
But I looked at the timer and it was only like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like... that doesn't seem right.
So that's worse than the Suspenders and Belts podcast.
Yeah.
It's like glitch in the Matrix for me.
It's the
A
Gavin.
glitch in the Matrix.
Sean,
Oh,
what games have
man.
you been?
Well, I've been playing. I have been playing Elder Scrolls Online, of course, and I've been doing Car Mechanic Simulator, which people on my stream love.
It's a good game. Which one? What year?
It's the only one that's out on PlayStation 4. So
Oh, shit, you're right,
I'm guessing it's like 2008.
Well, I was just wondering because I saw Discord up on the computer and I saw Car Mechanic Simulator on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of other people playing different platforms and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But now I'm level 41 on that, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm almost to the end of it.
Yeah.
You can be a mechanic for us now.
Well, it doesn't teach you really how to be a mechanic. It just
I know.
gives you a really good idea of what's where and what goes.
Yeah, that's about it.
It's really cool though. I'm loving it. And a lot of people, they just enjoy watching me pull shit apart and put it back together and shit. But it's more one of those games that you can just sit back, not do anything, and chat to your audience.
Yeah.
I kind of like those.
It's a pretty chill game.
Yeah.
How have you been enjoying ESO?
I'm starting to get into it. I dropped my first anchor.
Nice.
I beat the first anchor, which was cool. That was after the Harborage quest. It kind of introduces you to it.
Yeah.
And then I went to, I think I'm on Betkeff or something like that. In Glenumbra. I'm in Glenumbra.
What race are you? Yeah.
I am Breton.
Breton, that's what it was.
Yeah. On the US, on the EU server, sorry. Because of the ping.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ping. And now I'm like level 16, I think. Yeah. Like a assassin bow user type thing. So the fights are getting a bit harder now because I'm ranged, and as soon as they come in, I got a few handy tools, but other than that, but I think I'll be a pretty badass demon in PvP when it gets to the point of sniping people that
Range
are already
kicks my
close to.
ass. When you get to Cyrodiil and start doing PvP, range kicks ass.
Yeah, because that's the whole aim of this build, is to pick off the people that are running for their lives after being garroted so much that they're popping health potions as they're running, and I'll just get snipe or poison, and that'll be it. End of. So I'm going to mop up basically.
Have you? Because ESO is big on Elder Scrolls lore.
Yeah.
Have you read into any of that lore? Like the purple lore books that you can find?
No, because I want to get moving on it. So I just find them. I do find them. So I'm guessing I can go back to them at some point and read
I
them.
think so.
Yeah.
But
they store up in your library. If I read all the lore, it would be awful for my stream.
Oh yeah, you stream it.
Yeah.
So what I do is I read what my protagonist is saying to the people that, it's like, oh, tell me more!
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I kind of narrate that. So it kind of still gets some sort of interaction.
In all the years I've been playing ESO, never finished the main story.
Oh, really?
I was either create a new character just for the cosmetic aspect, or like I start doing the DLCs, which aren't related to the story.
You know what you want to play for cosmetic aspect? Black Desert. It has the best customizable thing, and you can get lost just customizing or building your character.
I haven't heard good things about that.
No, the game might be absolutely utter shite, but the character creation is the best in the world.
Sorry, on ESO.
Yes.
I just thought about it. I'm sorry. Merkmeyer.
Yeah. I went there to go and start the treasure hunting quest, and then I went back to Glenumbra.
There's a lot of cool shit there because it's the Argonians' place,
right?
Which is the first time their place has ever been shown in a game, so it's just really cool to see all that.
Yep.
And Argonians be my favorite race. That's fan service to me.
Yeah, I like Khajiit, but they're kind of limited.
They have an Elsewhere DLC now.
Yeah.
This is the first time a 2-parter DLC has ever been. Because it was the Elsewhere DLC and then Dragonhold, which is an expansion on Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
And that just come out.
Mm-hmm. And Elsewhere is like fucking amazing.
They did an update yesterday, I think it was, because I was playing it, and
shit, really?
when I woke up yesterday morning, and I just had this funny inkling that I should check the update on the ESO because I was going to play it after work, and it was like, yeah, you got a 5-hour download. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
so I was like, all right, now I'm going to download that shit and put the PlayStation on rest mode while I'm at work, and by the time I finish work, it better be downloaded, or if not, then I'm not going to be playing ESO.
Imagine how I feel on PC launching it, because Steam doesn't let you know when you have an update. It's in a launcher. Yeah. So you have to launch the launcher thinking like, let's get into it.
And it's like,
how big is that fucking file?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't give you a time. It gives you... Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't ever uninstall a game from PC. Holy shit.
Oh yeah,
I remember
Gavin.
the old Republic ones.
You were mentioning in the second episode, or outside of it, the new HUD for Steam. You wanted to talk about that, right?
It's weird. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Like
you've seen it now, right?
Yes, I have actually. It's definitely weird. And it's going to take a lot for me to get used to it. Yeah, because
I'm on Steam every day. So
that is true.
I'm used to it now. It's okay.
Yeah,
nothing.
You wanted to make a big subject on that outside of a podcast.
I've gotten used to it now. Now that I've gotten used to it and like settled with me now.
Yeah,
I think I'm okay with it.
Now it doesn't have talkie piece to it.
Huh?
It doesn't have a talkie piece to it anymore. Then.
What?
A talkie piece. You know, talking about it. It's lost its subject.
Oh, it's lost. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, not really. I don't feel like it's worth talking about
Oh
anymore.
yeah. You know what movie I'm looking forward to watching over weekend?
Dark Fate.
Midway.
Funny joke. Midway? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That actually looks good. I mean, I hope that it's better than, what was it?
I'll kill you if you say what I think you're going to say.
Dunkirk?
Yes.
That's fair. Okay. I thought you were going to say Saving Private Ryan for some reason.
No, Saving Private Ryan's. That's art. That's art.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan was probably the film that brought reality to a lot of viewers that it's not romantic, it's not glorified.
Romanticized, yeah.
You know, you get hit with a 50mm shell, you're going to lose your head.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Yep.
I like the D-Day scene they put in that movie.
Yep.
Is the beachhead.
Yeah.
And for all you listeners out there, me and Gavin are huge World War II nerds.
You are?
Yes, we are.
Huge.
Like, I'm excited for Midway.
American World War II nerds.
Yeah.
No, I am aware that every country played its part.
Yep.
I'm not one of those guys like, America did all fucking work.
Yep.
No, but you're nerds about the American side of it.
That too.
Yeah.
Not the
But I look
British
at
side.
I look at the Eastern Front too.
Yeah.
Okay.
British and Russia against Germany. Well,
yeah,
I mean, because
yeah.
America only handled, Japan really. They didn't skirmish. I mean, there was a couple skirmishes with American and Germans.
But mostly it was the Pacific Theater, yeah.
You're aware of the English fighter plane called the Spitfire, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Supermarine Spitfire.
Do you know where it originated from?
From Great Britain, yeah.
No, what it was originally.
Wasn't it from Germany?
No, what the plane was meant to be used for originally.
Was it meant to be a...
I fucking read about this today. God
Oh
damn
my
it. I don't
God.
know what. It's going to hit me as soon as you fucking say it.
Yep. Probably. Go on, John.
It didn't have wheels originally.
Okay. So it was supposed to be a
Submarine. I don't
the
know, man.
fuck?
Submarine
Of all
with wings.
things to talk about, you're like, oh, it's going to be a
Well,
submarine.
Supermarine, submarine. Flip the P over. It's a B.
Even I wouldn't have gone to that conclusion, Gavin.
What?
It was supposed to be a sea racing plane.
Yeah.
It was
Okay,
a
that makes
racing
sense.
plane.
I was almost right.
That's why it's called
Just get the
submarine.
submarine out of the water.
It was a sea racing plane.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Because
sense.
I believe it was Rolls-Royce Merlin engine
Yeah.
it won the race.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was like the world title or something like that.
It
Or
has to be a
Nationals or
world
whatever.
title.
No, it might have been Nationals
Hmm.
or something like that. But it won, many races with that. And then when England went to war, they needed a decent engine to keep up with the Messerschmitt,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
BF-109.
Yep.
Mhm.
The BF-109, yep.
Yeah, because that was like the super fast one. Or was it the Fokker-Wulf it was supposed to keep up with first?
No, it was a BF-109.
Mhm.
Because, nothing could rival it after that.
No.
And then we got the Supermarine Hurricane as well
Yep.
that came out.
I really like the look of the German Stukas.
Yeah.
Dive bombers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that.
I like Stukas.
Yeah.
I think they look cool. They kind of were shit in terms of mobility.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were just designed to.
They were to just dive and go straight
and-
down.
Yeah.
They're designed to go up to get in the air and then straight back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Even though they had weapons installed
So, Sean-
on them, which is kind of a waste of metal. But
Yeah.
okay.
do you know the significance behind Midway?
It is supposed to be Pearl Harbor, right?
No. Well, it stemmed off of Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
But Midway is basically
It's
this,
Yeah.
the Midway Islands.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be a turning point because before Midway, the Japanese were basically kicking the Americans' asses because they had a lot of aircraft carriers.
Nobody ever kicks America's ass. Don't you ever say otherwise.
And
Bitch.
in the Pacific Theater, the aircraft carriers were basically the not-important weapons for the Pacific Theater because, I mean, you got battleships, battle cruisers, but big guns aren't going to do shit if you could launch planes into the air and dive bomb them from a distance.
No, I would say they were the unsung heroes or the things that slip their neck because you're thinking, oh, yeah.
But yeah, the Battle of Midway...
First of all, you got to find the fuckers.
Yeah. But yeah, the Battle of Midway was very important because it saw the destruction of many, I wouldn't say many, maybe like 4 or 5 Japanese aircraft carriers. And
Three or four.
yeah, 3 or 4 aircraft carriers. And that was a huge turning point for the Americans because now they have the dominant aircraft carrier superpower in the Pacific.
In other words, they won the airspace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a huge significance
I finally
of
feel
Midway.
equal to Isaac in terms of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way through this podcast, I've been like, I'm shrinking down in my chair, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably should explain that.
Yeah.
But it made you guys laugh.
Yep.
So, yeah, because you guys talked about shit that I ain't got
Sorry.
Yeah.
fucking clue about.
To be fair, we did it to Isaac last time, so
Yeah, fair enough.
kind of.
Oh man.
No, I thought it
Now it's your guys' turn to do it to me
over
next
Isaac.
time.
Yep.
Talked over Isaac,
Yeah, me too.
not like just zone off in the
Sorry.
geek world.
If it makes you feel better, you can do it to me next week.
Yeah. Well, we'll think of something,
Probably
Gavin.
word that you can. Whatever the fuck. Anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we should probably wrap this up pretty soon.
yeah, I have to drive to Month's Park.
Yep. But anyway,
Cut that part out. Or it's
Take 10 minutes.
Huh?
Take 10 minutes.
30 from here.
I thought you said at one
Yeah, it
point
was 30
like
minutes
20
too.
minutes or so.
It
The way
depends.
you drive,
The way I drive.
Yeah.
At night, I drive very precautiously.
yep.
precautiously.
Cautiously.
Yeah.
Cautiously is what I should. Not precautious.
Precautiously.
Precautious.
Shut up.
Kind of a good word. I like that.
But yeah, before we end the podcast, let's take a moment to honor the veterans because Veterans Day is going to be on Monday, but it'll be a couple of days after I post this podcast onto YouTube. So thank you all of you veterans out there for serving your country and for protecting all the important all the families out there, and we thank you for your service very, very much.
America.
But yeah, in all seriousness, thank you for your service.
Oh dear God! Bring out the poppy.
But yeah, now is the moment for us to clock out of our shift. Yeah, you guys got anything else you want to quickly talk about?
No.
Okay, I think we are good with the podcast.
Sean,
yeah.
ask him too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. So I actually do exist here, even though it's been like the Isaac and Gavin Geeks session today.
Sorry.
It's like I've been like, what? Okay, yeah. And that you guys were talking about not interrupting each other and shit like that kept me quiet as well. And also,
I mean, I was doing it. I was
I don't want to talk about my ranks or anything.
Oh my God! Talk
God.
about
No,
them. That's not what we said.
I'm not going
Yes.
to do that.
That's not what we said.
Yeah, that is not exactly what we
not going
said.
into the trophy side of things.
Sean.
Oh,
I'm
Sean.
gonna just say
Sean.
where you can catch me. You can catch me on Twitter at Sin Trophy Hunter. You can catch me on Twitch, Sin Trophy Hunter, SINN Trophy Hunter, and you can find me on Facebook and YouTube.
And most of my social media links are on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. What else am I missing? Facebook, ArtificialDragon, capital A for artificial and capital D for dragon. All one word.
Tumblr. I saw in the description you have a Tumblr too.
Yeah, I also have a Tumblr.
He's fucking everywhere.
I'm
Yes,
Big
That's
Brother.
pretty active.
Do you have an Etsy?
Fucking
No.
everywhere. Yeah. Doing his cups. You could do cups.
Yeah, there
on
you go.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They're not homemade though.
yeah. And Gavin, well, he's Gavin.
I have an internet presence, just not very active. Gavin plays on YouTube at a very hard to find channel just by searching, so click on the link in the description. And then Instagram, Gavin Plays Games 1, because the other one was taken. So
You weren't quick enough.
shucks.
Yeah.
Way to be original, Gavin.
I wonder if you can get Gavin too now.
Maybe I'll nab all of them.
You should probably try and find it and see if someone's taken it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our latest podcast, and be sure to pay your respects to all the veterans out there.
Is
Thank
this
you.
episode 3 or 4? Are we?
This is 4.
Is the Halloween? Okay.
Yeah.
No, one is 3.
Well, I know. I was just wondering, like, if we're counting like the seasonal one. Is it
Are we doing one on Christmas?
We could.
before Christmas? Sure.
Yeah.
Are we doing it before Christmas? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I only got one day off, so
Nah, okay.
which is Christmas Day.
Yeah. Cool.
But we could get some jingle bells and shit.
Jingle bell and get some eggnog.
Get the elf
Oh,
ears.
I agree. Eggnog in my coffee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you so much for joining in the podcast, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Why is everybody waving?